Welcome to Marital. Hey.
Hello there, everyone.
Oh, we're gonna get to the comments.
There's no comments?
No,
Yeah,
no, we
there's
just have to
nobody
be in the
here?
comments.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
So, welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacy. This
I
is
am
Doug. We're married. We do not typically hate each other, although we have our moments.
Oh, we definitely have moments. I think every married couple has their moments of like, oh.
As a matter of fact, we're going to discuss one of those tonight, or not nasty, or not nasty enough. So, we're a live interactive podcast. If you're here,
hello,
welcome. We love you. We think we love everybody, and we are
generally
just want the world to be
nice
filled with
people that want.
I don't know about that. This is a podcast for fucked up people.
It is.
That one woman called, Miss Barbara York called it. She called it a waste of precious time,
and that she was signing out.
She was signing out, and she did sign out. And we sent her a nice comment about how cute her dog was, and she deleted her comment. So we're going.
She did not agree about the sentiment about her dog.
But here's the important thing: Larry, the pool guy, fucking loves this shit.
Larry,
we love Larry.
You know what? There's one person that you trust an opinion of. That dude,
Larry's the fucking best. I love Larry. We're gonna talk about Larry tonight. Actually, it's in my notes. Yeah. Anyway, and Larry, if you guys are looking for a fancy Christmas gift for your friend Stacy, go see Larry. He'll hook you up with a baby Jeep.
Go see Mark.
You or News is fine. 2-door. I just like something I could pull behind an RV, perhaps.
Pull it.
Because I can never get rid of my Jeep, and we're going to talk about that.
There is a beautiful crescent moon over your shoulder. You can kind of see it there through the beam there.
I really can't see much of anything because of my goddamn blindness.
Oh, my wife is blind.
Scratched my freaking cornea
she's
again.
Always scratching her. What? Don't scratch your eye. Is it so hard
I'll
to
try
not scratch your
but
eye?
I fell asleep with my fucking lenses, and I do not advise doing that. So we have a lot to talk about, but the thing we want you guys to know is it's a live interactive podcast.
It's live interactive. We want to hear from you.
On the interactive part. So if you interact, you're part of the show, right? So you get to say whatever you want. If you have a business you want to plug, you have a tirade you'd like to go on, we support you.
If you have a messed up conspiracy theory like I have about JFK getting hit by a meteorite,
you can whatever you want to talk about. This show, it's this is your show. This is my show. This show
California
is your show.
To the New York Islands.
If you don't chime in, we're just
going to
sing.
It's going to
be terrible. So anyway, it's interactive, and the thing that's really cool is all the people that watch the podcast have kind of become friends. And if you want friends, just come like 3-4 nights in a row, and the people that come all the time, they'll be your friends. Although it doesn't look like everybody's here tonight.
Well, it is a Friday, so it's funny when we do one on Fridays.
Usually a busy night.
Sometimes people come out of the woodwork, and then sometimes Friday night's our best night because people are like home and they're like, "Oh, these people are fun." And then other times they're out having their own fun.
Some people pregame with us because these young kids they go out late.
Yeah.
They're not going out at
I wonder.
7 o'clock.
I wonder how the monkey bar is doing.
I bet the monkey bar is having the time of their lives without us.
Quite.
And I'm not going to the monkey bar when I can't see. I got to watch the old people dance.
Right. Well, all right. So you were sitting in your chair. You had set your glasses down like Mr. Magoo, couldn't find them.
Yes.
And then you were like, "Can you find my laptop charger?" Which was actually touching your body.
It was literally up my ass. Yeah.
It wasn't up your ass, but it was actually touching your body.
I had to go like that to get it. So I'm going to go with it was up my ass.
In the seam of the chair, and it was actually touching you. And there was something else today, I think, that you were looking for.
I'm having my glasses. I'm having a time being a person. Okay. I woke up. Yesterday I woke up with shooting pains in my teeth and a migraine. And then the Jeep was getting worked on all day. We're getting to that. And so that was making a fucking racket. And so then today I got up and I had scratched my fucking cornea. I was having stomach issues and I had a fucking headache. Like, it just wasn't a good time. Like, it just wasn't a good time. And y'all, thank you to Husband of the Year. Did you just burp?
No, I did not.
I just smelled
something bad.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky time. I'm going to send some things to my
your computer.
My computer.
Okay. Well, in any case, Doug, thank you for being a good husband today. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
I didn't know that I was going to be up to this nonsense, but I just took a detox bath, and with an organic, fragrance-free, not fragrance-free. It had essential oils, bath bomb, and I feel silky smooth. You touch me?
Yeah. Oh.
Touch my leg. Touch my leg.
Excuse me, folks. Oh, also silky smooth. We'll save that for later.
Okay.
Inappropriate.
Okay. We're married. That's what we do. That's the topic we got to talk about too. You're gonna pull up. We're gonna talk about the Jeep first.
Yes.
All right, I'll do the Jeep. So, if you haven't watched the podcast before, early in my relationship with my husband, he knew that I wanted a Jeep. At the time, I was driving an '04 Durango with a Hemi, which was a good time. It was great for hauling kids around and towing things and carrying shit.
13 people in that.
It was gigantic. Oh my God, it was the best. For a family, it was a really great car. And it was more like a truck than a SUV. Like, like a lot of like an Escalade rides like a boat.
Yeah,
this was like a truck. It was cool as shit. I loved it, and I miss it, quite frankly. And it had some good times. I almost landed in a pond once.
Almost.
I wasn't driving. One of my kids was. And, it's been to every track meet and softball game and soccer game and football game and
whatnot.
You name it in the state of Massachusetts. 3 different school systems. Like, that car really, really saw some miles. And anyway, we early in our relationship, Doug had heard about how I wanted a Jeep, and he wrote himself a note. Bye, Stacy, a Jeep. I found it.
I didn't know how he was going to do it, but...
Well, how did you do it?
I totaled my car and just used the insurance money for Jeep.
He did. And Lila's here. Lila says, hey, she's a Jeep girl.
She hasn't been around for a while.
Lila will appreciate this.
I hope all is well.
Yeah, I hope all is well with Lila. We love you, and we love the whole family. Hope Chris is well, and I can't remember everybody else's names, but I can picture them.
Well, there's Jerry and Charlene.
No Jerry. There's no Charlene. I can't remember her daughter's name. I can picture the grandson.
Tornado
God
Jim.
Damn it. And there's the one kid I sponsored him for his graduate. I can't remember.
You don't remember.
Lila, Chris.
She hardly knows her own name, Lila. It's
a problem. So we did so you totaled the Jeep. You got you totaled the Volvo number 1.
Volvo number 1.
We're on Volvo number 3.
Yeah.
Well,
Marcus. There we go.
We've had 4. That's right, Marcus. We've had 4. I was like, Brandon. We've had 4.
I've owned 3 of that individual S60 sedan.
Yes. So it is what it is.
Long story short, the Jeep was the go-to vehicle, daily driver for Stacy since 2013. So it's been 10 years. It's
done some off-roading.
Been some off-roading. It's suffered winters, oceanfront winters in Situate, Mass. Someone's gone through all kinds of puddles, salt puddles, whatever. This thing is just a bucket of rust, right? But it's been pretty good. I highly recommend the Jeep. It's fun to just ride around with the top and the doors off.
Well, which is what we've done since we got to Florida.
So
we basically threw the top and the doors out when we got to Florida. Although Doug keeps putting the rear doors back.
I like it with the rear. I don't like the look of it with the rear doors, but I like having the rear doors. Because if it's cold, I'll jump in the back seat.
You have never jumped in the back seat. And
I'm going to. It's winter time's coming.
Oh my God. I would like the back doors off, and you have never jumped in the back seat. So how does that work?
I will tell you, I've been in the back. I had opted for the back seat on numerous occasions.
Not once. When you and I have been riding together, have you gone on the back seat because
I just like I like to know that it's there.
I know, but I don't like the way it looks. And you get to have
fine. Don't worry. I didn't pay for the car or anything, so you could own it and tell me what to do with it. No. Anyways, it's been the daily driver.
Give me my fucking Volvo back.
My cold dead hand.
If you
who said that?
Right out of my cold dead hands.
Oh, that was Charlton Heston.
The way we stay married, I own his Volvo. He owns my Jeep. They're registered in the wrong names. We want to get divorced. We have to go to the fucking RMV.
Basically, I try to take nice care of the Volvo, right? I like it nice, right? I like to
hire a team of mechanics to come to the house for 3 days to
and
work
then
on it?
Someone else runs through puddles and gets it stuck in the mud and lets Zach drive it. And he gets dents in all 4 corners.
Did you crash into anything?
In the Jeep? No,
the Volvo.
The driveway. I scraped something. I was backing up in a very narrow driveway. I scraped the cement wall, just a little bit. Never hurt anybody. Anyway, she rides it hard and puts it away wet. Just saying.
I do.
So then,
no lube.
Flash forward to 2013, 2023 from 2013. And we have
210,000 miles later.
So we had a system where the Jeep leaked a little oil. We didn't want it to mess up the garage here at the house, so we instituted a system of a moving box. So we take a moving box.
It's usually an Amazon box.
Or put it
We
under.
haven't had moving box. We never even used moving boxes when we moved. We used Amazon boxes.
I'm telling the story chronologically. When
Yes,
we
but
moved
stop
here,
saying-
we had moving boxes. So
No, we didn't.
we instituted the moving box.
Hey, hold up. How many moving boxes did we have?
We had to
30?
have something.
We had the plastic bins.
Yes, but
Need
we
you
had to have
forget?
something because we had some.
Amazon boxes. We used Amazon boxes because the day we moved in, the day we got here,
Okay.
the vacuum I bought you online
Right,
was
so-
here from Amazon.
Semantics.
Amazon boxes.
It's a card. We have a cardboard box
it was
situation.
fucking Amazon.
So we
boxes.
take the Amazon box, we
Thank
put
you.
it under the Jeep.
It's nice to feel like
Jeep
you
leaks the
listen.
oil on the Amazon box.
Then we throw it out.
Amazon box gets all sanguinated.
Sanguinated.
Another word you guys
That's
can look up if
excessive.
you don't know
make
it.
them do homework.
Then we throw that out, get a new box, which will then start. And so then you can kind of keep track of how much oil it's really leaking over the course of, I'm figuring like 4 boxes is a quart of oil. So we put some oil in it, every couple boxes, of 2-3 boxes. And so our mechanic came over to do some brakes or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I can reseal. He's got a couple Jeeps, 95 and a 17 or something like that. And he's taking them down to the tubs and rebuilt them. So he's like, yeah, I could seal up that engine for you. And so we're like, oh, that might be a good idea.
Let's do it.
And so it was a good idea.
And his price was like half of what everybody
it
else
was
had quoted
like
me
crazy
for less
good.
work.
So so he and his cohort came yesterday and pulled the engine out.
You're supposed to call people cohorts.
I'm doing it now. I'm taking it back.
Is that like racist?
So the engine comes out of the Jeep, right? And this is a couple weeks after he had to weld some tin cans onto the exhaust system so it wouldn't make noise. So the engine came out yesterday, and it was hanging in our driveway like this.
It's pretty fucking funny.
So that's the engine out of the Jeep. As you can tell, it looks like somebody rolled it down a hill.
Well, if you should see the inside of the engine bay, it's
And you
even
can
worse.
see inside
The
of
guy was out there washing it with a hose for like a good hour.
you can see inside inside that X there on the left is a mud X basically that Stacy would not wash off, and so the inside of that is very dirty. So a lot of what you're seeing is dirt, some of what you're seeing is rust. But the good thing that is, as he took it out, some of the manifolds were cracked, and so he was able to weld them when they were off, put them back on. So as of tonight, that engine was put mainly back together and is in the Jeep right now, but it's still on that hanger. But it has been bolted in, so it's where it needs to be.
We're making
It
progress.
just needs to be connected. There's a whole bunch of tubes and a radiator needs to go back in and things like that. So, anyways, it's a lot of work. He's doing it for us for less than anybody else, and we put a lot of trust in him because at any point he could have just taken this thing apart.
Well, and here's the crazy part: is he took off and went to the RMV today.
He had to go to the RMV, and
it's
yeah,
just
he had some
another
stuff.
like I don't think Tony and his family have figured out that you keep your cars registered in one person's name. You join an insurance company that does DMV runs for you, so that you never have to go to the RMV, unless the only time you want to go to the RMV is if you're going with Papa.
Right, and that would
One of my favorite experiences in life was I went with my friend Gautam, who happens to be Indian. His elderly father and I went to the RMV in Plymouth, and we took the Jeep with the top off, and we had the time of our lives.
And if I'm not
I
mistaken,
had like a little date with Gautam's dad one day, and it's one of the best.
you
stories of my
were
life.
so happy with that, for that
I
day.
didn't see
And
if I have the picture.
so he,
I do. I have the picture.
I
somewhere.
think in India he was familiar with the Jeeps because they have a lot of like a military
Well,
style.
Papa
Jeeps
had a
over there.
Willys, and
Yeah.
Gautam used to steal that little fucker. And which is
Hey,
funny 'cause-
wait! You're not representing the
The
Gautam
Gautam
brand.
Jeep.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
representing his brand.
So in any case, we have a really good group of the tree hands have been so wonderful to us. They've adopted us as if they're own, and I'm hopeful that they do not, in fact, watch this podcast because they would be completely horrified. I'm actually going to present. Papa and I took a selfie that day that we were there, and here it is. There we are. Me and Papa at the RMV. Papa actually posted it. I mean, look.
It looks like he has a pocket protector with a bunch of pens, but
No,
it really
it's some
doesn't.
sort of crazy logo
Yeah.
because he's always got like some designer shit on, like Burberry or like Polo,
Yeah, yeah.
Ralph Lauren. Like Those are probably Gucci glasses right there. Papa's got style.
Yeah, he is styling.
He's fantastic. So we had a great day at the R&B. Like, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
He's one of my favorite people on the planet.
So here's the thing about
I will say this though, I'm a little disappointed they didn't have butter chicken for us. We got there. I'm like, do you have any butter chicken? Yeah. No. Okay, well then no, so, we don't want any food.
Here's the thing about Stacy is that like you know how you can just turn anything into a good time. It's like it's ridiculous.
Oh, well, like, they're about to see. We have some topics.
We have lots of topics, but anyways, you can turn like some of the best things we've ever done is go to CVS.
Oh, we can have fun anyway.
It's hysterical. So, anyways, yeah.
Well, tell them the CVS story.
I don't even know what CVS.
Well, let's read the comments first. Yeah. Okay, so it's Lila says, guys, we have to get together. We do. I got to tell you, every time we are either straight out with like obligations that we commit ourselves to that we should definitely not because we're overwhelmed, or we're recovering from something we've done, or we've had a major financial collapse.
Those happen a lot,
or major life issue. Like or some kid issue, like it's just one fucking thing after another up in this bitch, and there's so many people we haven't gotten to see, and Lila's number one on that list. Number two,
right. It's been 2 years, Lila, that we've been
Josh. Number 2 is Josh. Number 3 is Jackie and Jamie.
Yeah.
Number 4 is the Hacksats. Although we should probably do more with the kids down the street, and I see Jen all the time, but we don't see Lenny very often. And then the Hacksats, of course. And then there's all the people from the New England group. Of course, we haven't been to Ron Dow's, and I don't even know how long. I don't think we can ever go again.
Yeah.
We
could go this Sunday.
We're not going to a football nonsense. It makes you too angry. You promised you weren't going to watch. You're going to have a heart attack and die.
So it's a me problem, is what you're saying.
Everybody wants to know if the reason we didn't do the podcast on Thursday was because I murdered you.
Oh, it could happen, folks.
I'm like, seriously, it's giving me such aja. Let me catch up.
Remember that one night we had a guy swimming in the pool and we didn't say anything about it? Well, you're going to see me floating in the pool and not here. And she's going to be sitting here talking about, Oprah's book club or something.
Say hi to Ann. Ann says, hi, guys.
Hello, Ann Walker.
Donna says, rides it hard and puts it away wet. TMI, LOL. Donna, you have been there. As a matter of fact, the last time Donna was with me, I rode it hard and put it away wet.
She got stuck in a mud puddle.
Hang on a second. Donna tied me up and pulled me out. Delilah says, we sold ours, too much to repair it.
Her name's not Delilah.
I said Lila.
Oh, I thought you said Delilah. I rewind it because I think you said Delilah.
And okay. By the way, guys, weed is totally kicking in right now. I was high all day. Yesterday I got high and I was
crazy high
too tired to do the podcast. Today I had to get high all day to get through the day. And this eye thing is just the fucking worst. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to be awake at 2:00 in the morning like I was last night. So I'm going to have to take some weed again now. So I took some at 7?
Yeah, a little bit before that, I think. Yeah,
just before 7.
Yeah. It's go time right now.
7, and so it's going to get crazier and crazier as we go on. I look forward to sharing that with you. And Gary says, "Who's Gary again?" Okay.
Do you have any idea who Gary is?
You went to elementary school, Gary.
Technically.
See, yes. There you go. And he lived on your street.
Yes.
And he's
next to the Brighams.
And he's got a great big dick.
I don't know about his dick, but
I'm just trying to make him feel better. I always forget his name.
Yeah, I'm sure he has very lovely nonsense down there. And
Gary, send me a dick pic. Would you be mad at Gary if Gary sent me a dick pic?
No.
See? Send me a dick
Gary
pic.
Stromberg.
Hey, Biggins.
What am I supposed to do?
By the way, Biggins. Does Biggins watch the podcast?
I don't believe. Well, I think
Can you ask him?
I can ask him. You want me to text him right now?
Yeah, please. And tell him I'm talking about him. Sorry, I'm once again not sponsored by Pure Organic Fruit Strips, but Mama got the munchies. I have the raspberry lemonade available at Costco and other fine retailers. Pineapple passion fruit. Pure Organic, would you please either sponsor our show or pay us to not talk about you? Because we're a podcast for fucked up
Somebody
people.
needs to pay us, is what basically.
Did you tell Biggins?
I did.
Okay, so here's my thing.
So you knew who, I'm very proud of you.
Yes.
You kind of knew who Gary was. So
I'm not that high yet. My memory sucks though. I have whole, and this is probably
I blame the ayahuasca for ruining your brain.
Actually, the ayahuasca has helped a lot with I'd like to do it again, but
it helps you remember past traumas that you've blocked out of your mind.
Well, I probably need to process something.
And I'm laughing at that, and I don't know why that's funny to me.
I might just do mushrooms in the pool tomorrow.
Well, I have to, yeah. I still have to clean up from the plant.
Like if I just do mushrooms in the pool and float around all day tomorrow,
yeah,
then I don't have to see. You know what I'll do is I'll put that blindfold thing on that we keep hung on the side of the bed.
Yeah, you'll see your own colors.
I do Zoom calls with my therapist occasionally, and
there's blindfold hanging.
The blindfold hanging on the corner of the bed, and I'm like, and there was something else hanging up there. I'm like, these are not like ropes. I didn't know what to make her think.
I don't know what's on.
Plus, by the way, we did get under bed restraints as a wedding gift, but we haven't used them in this house.
And we also got an over the door sex swing. Which
you used that with Zach.
Well, we gave it away. Well. We gave did we give it to somebody or we just donate it to Savers or whatever that was?
Stop.
Kids are watching. We gotta tone it down.
Which kids are watching? God help us. Okay, so we got a sex swing as a wedding gift, but it was an over the door sex swing. And I'm like, well, back then I was tinier, but
teeny.
Like I'm too big for that shit. And so we never used it. And so one day, Noel has a bunch of friends over, and it's like these super obnoxious vape squad kids.
Mm.
And Zach didn't like them. We didn't like them. And Noelle was kind of being obnoxious while she was hanging out with them. It wasn't like a good group for her. Like, and sometimes kids fall in that with a bad group of kids. And I certainly didn't like that group for her. So anyway, I go upstairs to see what Doug, I decide I'm not going to be down. These two leave because they don't want anything to do with this crowd. And I'm like, I don't want to be around these people either. Let's leave them alone. But it's like weird to just be like, bye. So that's what I did. Bye. And as I'm coming up the stairs, I hear this motherfucker is in a sex swing hanging from the door, and Zach is facing him. I don't know if they were.
No, wait. So as you just told the story, all right. So Christy and Alex are watching. So Christy knows full well your nonsense because she's listened to it.
Christy, they shut down the misconnections on Craigslist. There's the personal ads on Craigslist. I've been heartbroken ever since.
Yeah, she's got a yearning.
I think of Fake Up often. By the way, I told so many people about Fake Up. My friend Darcy cannot even look at Jacob. Jacob is now married. That's a whole story, but I'm not telling it. Donna says the podcast keeps pausing. I'm sorry, Donna. I don't know if Ian was having issues the other day. You could try watching from YouTube. Yeah. And he said Critty and A-Bomb.
Yeah, that would be Christy and
Alex.
I never know which one of those three or four are my favorite. I think Jamie might be my favorite for a long time.
I like the one that went for a Jeep ride with me. Which one's that?
I don't know. Girl or boy?
They were all good.
Girl, boy, or couldn't tell.
Well, he's the one I got to know the best.
Alex.
I liked Alex. He had a good personality.
Alex is going on to do big things in his education.
I spent like just a little bit of time with all of them, and I find them all to be delightful.
Mm.
Good job, Jordan Sandy.
Yeah, it takes a lot to love those kids.
I got to tell you though, if you ever heard of the show Grace and Frankie, or watched it, George's beautiful wife Sandy is the Grace to my Frankie. Like and it's funny because I've been watching it today, and Doug's coming and going, "Oh my God, she is you! Oh my God, she is you!"
But the thing about like Sandy finds you like ultimately hysterical, and like good for you, right? Which is great because
I don't know if I horrify. Like, is Sandy afraid to take me places?
No,
I'm the friend that comes with a warning label.
I can't behave. I don't know if Sandy bring you around to all of her friends.
I can keep it together. I just don't choose to.
No, I think she appreciates the fact that you let your freak flag fly and you are who you are and you're legit.
Well, but here's the thing. There's certain people in my life that I behave for, right? And then with new people, I behave for like a couple minutes, but I can only do it for so long. You know what? Getting older didn't help with that. Getting sick didn't help with that. And the weed certainly doesn't help with that. I just want to be myself. If people don't like it, well, you know. Well,
we're only ever invited over there, like maybe like once every couple of years. So.
I know, right? We didn't even get invited last time we were there. I don't remember.
The food's always good, though.
Some sort of an invitation.
We should go more because the food's good.
Fiesta.
Yeah,
I love the food at the Baznakises. There's always yummy food.
Okay,
so all right, the sex swing. So we have this sex swing that was a wedding gift, and
so the way you told the story,
you used it
is that we were downstairs. A bunch of kids showed up to the house. I took a boy that was 17 years old upstairs to use a sex swing. No,
he was 18 by then.
That's not what happened.
He was 18, and you were in a sex swing. He was.
Oh yeah, no, we were trying to figure out how. Like,
if it was a porno, what would be called? Just 18.
So, the whole thing is, the whole apparatus sticks to a door, and it's contingent upon that door staying closed. So,
as I want
normal,
them
you have a
upstairs.
door and maybe you lock it or whatever.
It's an old house.
And then, so
Go
just
on.
goes open. I go flying. And then, of course, then Zach's like, let me try it. And I actually have pictures of Zach in this said swing.
Well, and I also have pictures of Zach and Elon in the swing.
Yeah,
And then when we
those are the ones
finally
I have.
decided, hey, listen, we're not going to use this. And Zach was going to bring it to work to fuck with a colleague.
Yeah.
But then he did, we should have sold that on Marketplace. That would have been the funniest fucking ad ever. So then Elon.
Only used by my husband and a boy.
Okay.
So I have this.
So they go. So Devin and Elon played with it, but so then I gave it to Zach, and he was gonna fuck with a colleague with it, but then he got the box wet, so he couldn't.
Well,
use
not
it.
Fuck with a colleague, but he was gonna mess with a colleague by like
not
leaving in
actually
his
have
truck
sex with
or
him.
something.
But here's the thing: if you're a blue collar guy out on the road all day, you don't have anywhere to go to the bathroom. So most of these guys have buckets. They'll try to go into a dunks, but you're not even supposed to ask a client if you can use their bathroom. I always offer. Actually, my friend, one of my little friends, does not offer her bathroom. She doesn't let strangers use her bathroom, which is weird because they used to have an Airbnb. Whatever. So he could use it to poop while he's in his truck without having it sit on the bucket. Because a 5-gallon bucket, I don't think that's very comfortable.
Oh, so
you can buy seats for them though. I don't know. What are you looking for?
I was looking for it's like right here somewhere.
Well, it's not worth the time today. We have other more important
things
that
illustrates
to discuss. So in any case,
the
item. Jeep is in fucking pieces. The guy disappeared for 3 hours today to go to the RMV. It was a little nerve-wracking. And I would like my Jeep back soon. And of course, you guys know we are going to Key West next week.
Don't tell him.
We are leaving
it's gonna be a surprise.
I don't even know when we're fucking leaving, but we're going to Key West. And we're planning that. We did a Turo, which we highly recommend. I can give you a code if you want one for a discount. Turo is a peer-to-peer car loaning service. So you rent someone's car for very cheap money. You can't put that on there. He will be upset with you if you put that on there. He'll probably be upset that we told the story in the first place. You're in big trouble.
I nobody watches this podcast. It's not public. It's closed circuit.
Do you watch this podcast?
Closed circuit.
There's people that watch.
It's like the Evil Knievel jump over the Snake River Canyon. It's closed circuit.
So we've covered the sex toys, the sex swing.
Yeah.
We talked about the Jeep.
Yeah.
I want to talk about another important topic. Ready?
Okay.
Porn.
So Christy and Alex are watching.
Hear me out. So I belong to this group. It's the Crunchy Moms group. So it's like hippie people. Like it's people like who don't want BPAs in their food or,
you would think they were open-minded people that are thinking for themselves.
Well, so the thing is that there's also like a extremely Christian contingent in the Crunchy community, and
no judgment.
I enjoy a good Christian, but it's just the I just don't enjoy people that are particularly uptight. Like there's a point where like uptight is darling. There's a point where uptight is darling, and I find it to be charming. Actually, George is a little stiff, and that's what I love about him. But he's only
it's just
stiff.
a suit coat.
He's only stiff relative to us.
It's just staying stiff. It's looking good.
He
can't look like Tubbs out there.
Like we're ridiculous.
Sonny Crockett.
We're ridiculous. George is a nice, normal guy, right? Like he has a job. He's well respected in the community. He doesn't smoke weed all day.
Well, it is
like
funny.
George,
You're like, did you tell George that? I'm like, well, no.
Does George know that we're staying in a clothing only resort?
Well, he does now. Clothing optional.
We're staying in a clothing optional resort.
It's also cordless.
In Key West. And you may need to rescue Doug because he has Stockholm syndrome. I'm not sure. In any case, we're gonna have a good time. And I think that the coolest thing about George is the fact that he's like a little stiff. I love that.
And he's this close.
He got to be plenty stiff because there's plenty of babies on there. He was settled down. I'm just saying that he made beautiful babies.
We don't talk about George that way. We respect the George Bazanakis brand.
The George Bazanakis brand is making beautiful babies. That's all I'm saying. And he does good mortgage things and music. He makes great music. We love him. Anyway,
I actually got a Facebook email today. Who is this? And it was a picture of the performers cropped, and it was this George. And I was like, oh, that's George Bazanakis.
Well, George had to verify his identity because he got hacked to pieces on Facebook.
Who is this?
George had to get a sample. He had to reach out to a childhood friend, a lowly childhood friend from Winterford Avenue.
I know what street he grew up on. I knew his first pet. I know all that stuff. I know all his passwords.
All his passwords are performers 1981. You just wish you were as cool as George.
Sometimes I do.
You look like
sometimes I do.
Let me just tell you right.
George
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
George, stylish man, can pull off a suit jacket while playing fucking drums. You on the other
European ancestry.
You're on the other hand. You put a suit jacket on, you look like fucking Frankenstein.
You look like Frankenstein. The bolts in my neck.
Anyway, okay, so porn. So in this group, not related in any way, shape, or form to our friend George. In this Crunchy Moms group, this woman writes in, and sometimes like these online groups are something, and sometimes they're hilarious, sometimes they're informative, but sometimes, most of the time, I realize that people are fucking idiots. And so there's this long threads where women write in complaining about their husbands instead of having a conversation with their husbands, and they're effectively either trying to manipulate or control their husbands. And I'm like, oh my God, I wouldn't want to be married to any of you. I'm the best fucking wife ever. So, okay. Although I don't know, I think Sandy might be too.
Some days.
Lila, Donna, I don't know.
Some days you're a good wife.
Anne,
some days
not a wife right now.
I wish you had a mute button.
Actually, knowing the history I know about Anne's marriage, and her taking care of her sick ex-husband,
she seemed to do a good job there. She could be good.
She's the best wife out of all of us. Yeah, she's a goddamn superhero. She takes care of everyone. The woman is a saint. I love her.
Individual, for sure.
So much. Thank you, my hippie friend.
Well, here's what I want to say. I think we all should have little pieces of all the people that we know and love in the world. I think
you want us to chop them up?
No.
Like
I think we should all have parts
salad?
of our character are built from all these different people that bring something different to the table.
I just realized that on camera that looked like I was like,
I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Anyway, I was going.
Thanks, Charo.
Sorry, kids. Doug, I like you being more involved in the podcast. I like when he's more involved in the podcast too. He's usually,
I am a human being.
People found him to be very stiff before we sat at the desk, and then very loose in the pool. And now you're coming back to, I think we're finding our groove again.
What, being loose-ish and whatnot?
Yes. So, back to porn. So the mothers group. So these women should be talking to their husbands about these things, and they shouldn't be trying to manipulate their husbands. And I realize as I'm reading this, like, they're looking for ammunition to fucking win that argument. Men, brace yourselves. They do research with other women who do the research for them. So when we have an argument with you, we're ready to go to war.
You know what?
That's not how I operate.
You know what men research? Videos of women with other women.
Well, and herein lies the problem. So one woman complained that her husband had been watching porn, and she saw it as a betrayal. Betrayal. Which, by the way, if you're not getting the dick and your husband is watching porn, yeah, I'd say that's, and beaten off, that's a betrayal. That is a betrayal. If you're all like down with doing the freaky positions and strange requests,
or in swings that fit on an old door that opens halfway through, and
whatever the fuck you want to do, as long as you're
Doug breaks his
contributing to the marriage covenant.
That's your tailbone.
By the way, that's like a Jesus thing right there. A marriage covenant requires some sexing.
Really?
Well, that's an important part.
I don't think sex is in the Bible. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong.
I think they only brought it in and said that's wrong. Never do this.
First of all, I guarantee you that it's been like bastardized 8 million times in translations.
Okay, maybe.
So, do you want to get me on a tirade about the Bible and
sex? No, I don't.
And Catholicism again? No.
Really...
Okay, so we'll save that for another night. If you haven't seen those episodes, you missed some.
Okay.
But my point is that some of these people, like, I can see. Sex is an important part of a marriage. Yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay. Average couple stops having sex after 5 years.
We're at the 10.
And we wonder why divorce is 50%. We have sex a couple times a week, 2-3 times a week. We go in spurts. We'll be like, boom, boom, boom. Get the fuck away from me.
It's a boom, boom.
It's not even that. It's just
boom, boom. Yeah. Well,
we're old.
We have good days. We have
3
bad
nights
days.
up till 2 a.m. having sex, and we can't function, so we have to sleep. Because we're old.
Party people.
Donna says,
you must know.
It's his dick. He can touch it when he wants to.
Wow. Dick freedom. Fight the power.
Donna's a big friend to men everywhere.
She's a
Donna
friend to the dick.
Shay, friend to men everywhere. So, my point is, she was all upset, and she's, of course, goes from there to, he watched porn 3.5 years ago.
Oh.
and I made him go to therapy for his addiction. I don't know if that was really. See, here's the thing: if a normal person said to me, "My husband has a porn," if Gary said to me, "I have a porn addiction," no, if Gary's wife said to me, "Gary has a porn addiction," I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How's that going? Like, is there anything I can do to support you?"
Well, the first thing you say, well, is it freaky stuff?
Well, no, but like, she says he has a porn addiction, but this woman is like just going on a tirade about how terrible porn is. And don't get me wrong, there is a dark side to the porn industry. But I have a good friend who's older.
I have so many comments right now that would get us completely canceled forever.
Well, there's a lot of issues in the porn industry. I mean, there's been fucking child trafficking, sex trafficking.
I know that, but the stuff I was going to say was much. I can't because I'm dying to say it.
And some farm animals just aren't willing. So you have
to.
No,
it wasn't about animals.
No. Okay, well, either say it or don't say it.
I'm not going to say it, but I'm laughing on the inside.
You're an inappropriate joke tease, and I don't appreciate it. So we are. Can you whisper it to me or text it to me at least?
The moment has passed. Moment's passed.
Okay, so anyway, these people are going berserk about how porn is the most terrible thing, that it's cheating, that and don't get me wrong, like, yes, if you watch porn on a daily and you're rubbing yourself raw, you could be a man or a woman doing that, you're going to be desensitized, and porn's not real.
What is this lady? The pastor, the minister from Footloose?
No, dude, they all are. I mean, I like, not that I'm gonna read it, but I'll read some of them. They're fucking nuts. And like, again, like, I understand like women being insecure. I understand the concerns about pornography, but don't discuss that in a public forum. Granted, the woman did post the woman did post anonymously, so we'll give her that one. But like, I just think it's disrespectful to your spouse, and you have to have a conversation with them. And the thing is, so here's where it goes even further. So it was 3.5 years ago since he watched porn, and she doesn't
allegedly
want to have sex anymore. And
because of the porn,
because he watched porn 3.5 years ago. And so
I think these people need actual real world problems to deal with.
He watched porn. Listen, he watched porn 3.5 years ago, and
how dare he?
She just can't trust him or be vulnerable with him anymore. And I quote, and dude, like, I'm not trying to make fun of the lady. I really am not. But I don't understand people. And so for me, like, my answer to that is, but it's like, and she's like, divorce is not an option. And it's like, so what if he's like, hey, I made a mistake. By the way, she says he works 12-hour days. He provides for the family. He does this, he does that, whatever. Like, she had nothing negative to say about the guy, except 3.5 years ago, he was addicted to porn. And so she doesn't want to have sex with him. So what happens when he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm going to just, you're going to be pissed at me no matter what I do. I'm not going to get laid. I'm out of here. Then what? Well, then he's the bad guy. Then he's the bad guy because he doesn't have needs. He doesn't have the right to need human contact. Are you kidding me? That's like a natural human need. And only complete fucking idiots stay in sexless marriages. Love you. Love you. I'll have sex with you now.
Right now?
Right now.
All right, we gotta go.
Although, but it was funny because I was talking to one of my friends who's significantly older than I am about their sex life as they've gotten older. I said, I'd said, you're old, and I said, do we need to worry that your dick's not going to work one day? And he's like, no. I mean, he's like, and I think that
you don't have to be subtle. These people are adults. You can.
I'm being very direct about it, but I was getting worried because you're old, and I was like, is that going to be a thing? And he said, but I hedge my bets. He's got a tongue like Gene Simmons. Trust me, I'm good. Oh, and he's a guitarist. So with the hands, he's great. Like, if the dick never works again, I'm good. That's not the point. It works. Oh, by the way, it works now.
I'm not good.
Works.
I'm not good with that.
What do you, if your dick doesn't work?
Yeah, I want everything.
But you know what?
I want everything
you would
to
still
work.
be able to please a woman, and you're a very visual person. You would get off in other ways. Dick is not the end all be all. Our OG lesbians are some of the happiest people we know. Although
they'd be happier
their
with
backs
dick.
are a little sore right now. Oh my God, you did not just say that. You're going to get us in trouble. So the moral of the story is, it's 3.5 years, And she's still mad at him. She's still not having sex with him. And every fucking person in this group is out of their fucking mind. These comments, like, I can't. Hang on. Let me just see if I can find this. Because some of the comments were like.
So Donna says she's a freak, which I agree. And he needs to dump her. I don't disagree with either things there because there's a messed up power dynamic in that relationship. Porn
with
or
this
no
woman?
porn. Yeah, porn or no porn. There's something going on there.
So we're not like really into porn.
No, we're not.
Oh, but my point about my friend, he and his wife will watch porn occasionally, and it gets things going.
Oh.
Even though they've been together like over 50 years, they'll watch a little porn and it gets things going.
So
and I'm like, cool, I'm down with that.
They don't watch it unscrambled though, because they're penny wise. It's all scrambled. The Spice Channel.
I don't think you have to have the Spice Channel anymore. I think you can watch porn on your phone in 10 seconds or less.
Is the Spice Channel still a thing? I'm gonna look that up. I want to know.
So.
That was all the rage. Oh, you getting the Spice Channel? Spice Channel. Let's see. Spice Networks
also,
are
watching porn together can be a hot thing.
Oh. The Spice Channel is a thing apparently, but now it's just the Spice Network. They've moved up.
So can I just?
Yeah.
Please don't listen to anyone saying it's normal. It's not. I see them, and every time someone makes a post like this, it's appalling how many people think it's just fine and dandy for a group of people that are supposed to be awake at blah 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 addiction. Have you found the root cause of why you feel betrayed by it? Which is a reasonable question. Oh my God, there's just like 100 posts. It's not that he's a bad guy. He just made a mistake. Mistake. 3 years later, you're punishing him. He works 12-hour days so I can stay home with the kids and supports all my decisions and the kids in the home. He made a mistake. Just can't get past it. Damn.
It's not like he drove to work with a baby on the roof.
It's too bad. It's too bad that this woman was anonymous because there's horny single mothers in this group that would be all over her husband's dick. Saying. Of course, after the divorce, he wouldn't have any money. He'd have to work 24-hour days just to support, stay alive.
But there'd be other ramifications.
There's just one after another talking. They have specialized therapists.
Porn is so bad for the brain. It's hard for me as well.
I'm dealing with this also. Women of porn addicts has been very helpful.
It's literally an addiction that can lead to physical affairs, and I'm 100% behind you on not allowing thus.
Allowing?
Thus.
My husband has free will.
I do whatever.
And don't get me wrong. Listen.
I got no time for that.
You have to, in your relationship, you have to have mutual agreements and mutual respect.
Right.
And that's why you talk about this shit before you get married.
Like, you want to fuck a dolphin? Go ahead, fuck a dolphin. That's like a little
Actually,
thing I do for my wife.
So last time I was in Key West, I was in a bar,
and
a woman stopped me, told me I had spectacular tits, and asked me that if she gave me $20 or something, that it was some ridiculous thing if I would flash her husband. And I said,
because you were very smart here. By the way,
I said, you do a shot with me and we'll flash them together. And that's what we did.
That's fantastic. Now, had you taken the money, that makes you a sex worker, and she might have been a cop and arrested you.
I don't have time to get into fucking laundering money. Like, I don't have time for that shit.
Just saying, you were smart. So
I feel like I laundered money because I had Donna reimburse me for tickets that I paid for on my credit card and got fucking
You've said too much.
100,000 points just came in. That's how we're going snorkeling, baby. 100,000 points right there. That like we're not even putting a ding in it for snorkeling.
Ding darling.
The whole trip is paid for.
So what happened? You and the lady, you took a shot, and then
that was it.
And then you flashed the guy.
Nice to meet you. I gave her a big hug and a kiss, like a kiss on the cheek. I should have given her a lesbian kiss.
Then you just went off on. The husband couldn't stand up for a half an hour.
I was a lot hotter.
And then you went off on your way.
I went up upon my merry way. I wasn't even drunk. I was stone cold sober.
And you were asking me if I would be okay with that if it happens on this trip.
Yeah, and you said
no. I'm gonna grab him.
And then Biggins said he was coming.
Then Biggins is gonna show up. Yeah, no. So I don't know. Biggins is gonna show up after I told him we're at the clothing optional resort, and there might be a lot of Stacy on display.
Well, there's always kind of a lot of Stacy on display. I'm a whole lot of woman. Yeah, Donna says he needs to dump her. I just want all of these
That
women,
was
like, I just feel like these people all have unhealthy relationships, and so many people want to control their partners.
My hubby struggles with the same thing.
Oh
Like,
God, they're all
this
fucking.
just keeps
I just
going on.
can't. Like, now I know why I have so many single male friends who are not even looking. Todd, Charlie, David, and Zach, not even looking. They're not even remotely interested in looking for a chick. None of them are gay that we know of.
It's okay if you are.
It's okay if you are. We love you. But they're just done. Actually,
but
Darlene was
so
telling me
here's the
about her
thing:
sons.
if they don't have a nice woman lady,
yes,
and they have access to the Spice Channel, let's just say,
good for them.
That's their prerogative. But it's not harming a relationship, right?
Well, listen, again,
if they were in a relationship,
if you don't agree with porn, that's something you should have talked about before you got married.
You need to talk to your savior about that.
I think you should have conversations about how you feel about different sexual things prior to having sex with a person. That's hot, right? Like if I'm like, so yeah, so I like to have sex. I like it from behind. How about you?
I have not experienced that in my lifetime, so I can't really talk about that.
You experienced it like 3 times this week. What the fuck are you talking about?
Me from not me, because I'm saying you like it from behind.
Yeah,
I've never had it from behind.
Well, I was talking about in the course of our, like, if we were, let's pretend you're not married.
I don't like this course.
We're not married.
I object.
But we've been dating and we find each other to be attractive. We've decided that we would like to have sex.
We would like to take this relationship.
I would like to take you to Pound Town. So, okay. I would like to take you to Pound Town. And in Pound Town, we've already discussed the fact that we've both been STD tested. And we have decided that we're going to have the sex.
Yes.
So that conversation itself, which you should have, by the way, about getting tested and whatnot, you should share test results.
Excuse me, do you have any gray poupon?
Show the paper. Prove it.
The paper.
Go together. Make a little date of it. Go to the free clinic together.
A couple new comments. Todd says there should be a 100-question questionnaire before you going into any relationship. I'm working online to cover almost anything and everything. That's a good idea, because there would have been some big red check marks over here. No. Okay. Jason Goo. Hello, Jason. How are you? Hope you're warm in the Midwest. How do we attend the live show of this amazing cast coming to Florida in December? Are there pool ticks available?
Yes, there are. You come.
There's a rental fee for floaties.
$5 an hour.
A half hour. Security deposit.
But they come with a free duck.
No,
the ducks are $10 unless you have a Jeep. All right, so here's my thing, Jason Goo. We have some stuff going on in December because the Shays are coming.
Shays are coming
from the 2nd to the 9th, I think.
Then
and then West comes
the
weekend of the 16th. And then other than that, we're wide open. So you come on down.
Well, valet.
Yes, we do have valet parking. And if you're a good boy, we'll even do this to your car.
Oh, I closed it out.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah.
You got to find it. That was awesome.
You can pull it up if you want.
We have something
Talk
for
to
you.
Jason.
It's a special treatment that we give to all of our guests. If they come to our house,
I close it out.
What, can't you just pull it out of your Finder?
No, because then I have to go find it.
The moral
of the story
the Finder
is for a reason.
You just pull it up on your phone and show it to him. How about that?
Well, we right now the engine is hanging.
Yes, that's why I said show it to him.
I'll just tell him Jason's not a visual person.
How is it whenever I don't want you to show a picture, you do, and when I do, you won't? That's what we'll do to your car, Jason. You bring it on down. We'll take the engine.
It looks like something has been raised up from a trawler, like some deceased
That's basically what my engine is. It looks like it came out of
like a deceased marine mammal carcass.
Scituate Harbor on a low tide day. It is what it is. So in any case, I don't know. What do you guys think about the porn? Should it be a conversation? I think that you should have a frank conversation about sex in a hot way. Maybe you have a little date. Here's this is what you do, right? You have a date. You have a date.
Yeah.
You go for a drug test together. I mean, a drug test, an AIDS test together with a full battery.
That's so romantic
of sexual testing, and then you go to dinner afterwards. And you talk.
And then during dinner, they bring your the menu, the check, and in with the check is your results.
You talk about all the sex stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and then you when you get your results,
Yeah.
it's go time. But you've talked about everything, so you had this build up, the anticipation. You know what the other person likes.
But what if you're all hot and bothered and that test comes back positive, and then you're like, oh, none for me.
Then they fuck your brother. I don't know. I'm going with Phil on that one.
Brother.
What? If I was gonna fuck a brother, it would be Phil.
How does that come into play in your mind?
How does the AIDS come into play? We don't live in the villages. We're not in a high risk group.
Look.
What?
It's out there.
What's out there?
AIDS.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's in the villages. Mostly syphilis. They have a lot of syphilis in the villages.
So what you're saying is that
the syphilis. What would you say it if it was like Brangelinas? The villages, syphilis, the syphilis. I've been calling Cape Coral, Cape Crowded, Cape Karen. I don't think that my post with the poll in the Facebook group got approved. I did a poll asking whether they should change the name of the town to Cape Crowded to Cape Karen, or I don't give a fuck, just stop raising my taxes. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, they just did reopen the town beach after a year and 2 months.
The town beach is shit.
It's not shit. It's beach.
It's in the river. It's in the river.
It's
you got like white
the inlet of the river. It's where the ocean and the river.
White powdery Sanibel Beach.
It's
right there. Or you could go to that shithole.
It's if you want to go 10 minutes,
you don't come to Cape Coral.
20 minutes.
No one's ever like, oh, I'm going to Cape Coral so I can go to the beach. No one has ever said that.
Come here to go to like your self-storage unit.
There's also no beach on Pine Island.
No.
It's ridiculous. You go all the way to Sanibel. It's ridiculous. We live on the coast. Somebody put a beach in.
But what happens is that hurricanes come and ruin everything, and nobody wants to.
I was scrolling on the Crunchy Moms group.
All right,
it's a picture of a baby with its mouth being pried open. Hang on.
I need to learn never to look at my wife's computer. I need to I just should know better. Like, you know how one time I needed to borrow her computer and she had been shopping on Amazon. Like I was adding something to the cart or whatever. Recently viewed items was an anvil, like a big blacksmith's anvil. I mean, what is she? The coyote? Is she shopping Acme to? Actually, really basically, that's what Amazon has become, Acme. And so you can get a bat costume.
We should send Wix the pictures of our engine being pulled out and tell them what's going on over here.
Yeah. Well, Jason, it did say it's Florida engine because we are trying to up our Florida game. Folks.
We were doing pretty good before we got here. We were launching the ride-on mower off a ramp in the backyard with fireworks on either side. That's pretty impressive.
Florida is like a sublime level of redneck. It really is.
We really do fit in here.
Well,
we fit in here. We love old people. You are an old person.
To fit in better, I need to get a couple. I need to trade in my car. I need to get maybe a 96 Taurus, 98 Taurus, something like that. That round one that was all the ovals. Take a couple of fenders off, get different colored fenders, put it on.
Most people have cars they can't afford. It's bonkers.
Well, I don't think anybody can afford a car anymore.
Like in a one-bedroom apartment, and they'll have a $40,000 car. It's ridiculous.
Guy around the corner, he's got an 84. He has an 84 Grand National and a McLaren, and he lives in this neighborhood.
Don't live in this neighborhood. And he lives in a duplex.
He lives in a dupe with a McLaren. I don't know how much a McLaren goes for, but it's probably about $200.
Worth more than his house. I don't know. For sure. Worth more than his house for sure.
Well, I don't know if he maybe he owns it. Maybe it's his mom's house.
Cars here. You'll see every kind of car. Yeah. I've seen more than one Bugatti. I've seen more than one Ferrari.
Yeah. Well,
there's crazy cars down here, and we're not even in Miami.
But the crazy cars are the bad cars, like the mid-90s Pathfinder that was yellow with brown trim. Was really there's a lot of pickup trucks that have been lifted but have low pro wide tires. It doesn't make any sense to me. It lasts about 30 seconds in Massachusetts potholes city. But anyways, Jason, come on down. We'll have you. We'll have you. Don't expect any actually Jason can I think Jason can cook. So maybe we'll have Jason cook for us.
Jason, just put you to work. You can be on the podcast. We'd love to have you if we don't have people here that same week. And we have a lovely guest room. It has a memory foam mattress. Sorry to tell you, the pool is not heated.
Well, it's not going to remember.
Let's do some ice baths, motherfucker. We have a sauna and the cold pool. You could be like Wim Hof. We'll do breath work with you. It'll be fun.
McLaren, a GT base, 179.9. which was 20,000 more
Fucking
than my
Tito's
first
got
house.
his Rolls Royce over there.
He's got a Rolls Royce. If you want the not they're not really gull wings. They just sort of they raise up doors on a McLaren Spider. That's $299, $995, just a tick under.
It's a beautiful car.
$300K.
Jason says our people will be in touch. I would like to know which people will be touching me and where.
You know what?
How many?
The only people that I know Jason has, I've met his lovely daughter, and then you went blue with it, and that just ruined everything.
Well,
I'm thinking this nice family. Kayla,
I really like Jason. I've never met anyone else in his family, but I always like Jason. And I did not love everybody you worked with. I do love Tracy though. She's become one of my best friends.
You and Tracy.
Bex by bisexual transmission, and
well, we had two Tracys, and they're both delightful at work.
The two Tracys at work.
Tracy with the kids
Tracy,
that don't like me.
Yeah. They call you Doug Damn Hole.
No, they said you're a damn hole, Doug. That's my name. To this day, they will always. I still have that.
And half the world calls you not Greg. Todd calls you not Greg.
Yeah, people.
If we get a dog, it's going to be named Greg, and not Greg. That's what Todd calls. If every once in a while he'll slip and call you Doug, and he's like, "Oh fuck."
No. Where it's funny because I would call Brent Scott. I would call him Greg because he looks like Greg Kinnear.
I think he would not appreciate you saying that.
Oh, I tell it to his face.
I had some other things that I wanted to talk about today.
Other than porn? I
just want to know if you guys like porn.
Yeah.
And I would like to know if any of you watch porn. Do you think that this woman has cause for concern that it is a porn addiction? Do you think that porn addiction happens at all? Do you think that there's very little porn addiction? Do you have a porn addiction? Would you like Doug and I to make a porno for you?
What are the warning signs? When do you know it's too late? What's the tipping point?
Do you have any videos you recommend for us to watch? We would like to tell you one of our favorite pornos, and we're not big on porn, but one of our favorite porns is
spider porn.
Spider porn. We love spider porn. It's so good. We watched it again today.
I think this is what I'm not exactly sure what's going on in this video, but there's a woman wearing a spider like head and like legs things. And she's got a red hourglass on her belly, indicating that she's a Black Widow, and she has sex with this guy, and then
you should watch it.
Apparently, eats him and kills him, and removes his man parts, and then wraps him up in the I don't want to. It's a spoiler alert. I should have said that, but yeah, wraps him up in a web, and that's how it ends.
But there's something special. There's a plot twist.
What's the plot twist? Huh? I have no idea what that is.
He tucked his dick.
Oh, he did tuck his dick.
So it looked like he didn't have it. Like she bit it off.
Just in time for the good stuff.
Oh, God. Larry, you're on my list of things I wanted to talk about today. So I'm super bummed out that I missed you this week. Like, I look forward to seeing you all week, and I understand that we're not going to be seeing much of you anymore. We're going to get a new pool guy who's going to be pissed about the pile of dirt from the tree that fell in the other day.
You missed it by like 2 hours.
Anyway,
plant went in.
You Doug mentioned that you that you had
But Larry does say that he loves porn though. Who doesn't?
Well, thank you. We all love porn. Watch spider porn. It's some fucked up shit. It's fucked up. But my point is that so Larry was talking about how he didn't really have a lot of education or life experience, and that that he's feeling like he's kind of behind the eight ball. And one thing I thought was interesting about that was my dad dropped out of high school prior to me being
that born. Was his first mistake. Oh wait, never mind. That's not the point of the story.
I don't necessarily agree with that. In retrospect, if I had left high school and taken my GED, I would have been a lot better off. I was scheduled to I was on target to graduate early because I had taken so many classes that I would have graduated a year early had not been for some.
And you would have been barely legal on the street.
Some abuse.
Oh wait,
of
we're not
no,
talking
I
about porn anymore.
wanted to go to school and get done with school and be out of the house and be independent. Okay. So, yeah. And so anyway, my point is that my dad didn't get so he dropped out of high school and he didn't get his first real job until he was 35, and he was answering phones at the power company, are your lights flickering? Are your lights flickering? Whatever questions you would have to ask them to request a dispatch, send somebody out to a house. And so he eventually worked his way up, was a lineman apprentice, and became a lineman, then became a foreman, and at one point he was president of his union. He retired at 55 as a millionaire. I think it was 55. He might have waited till it was 55.
10 years
ago. He
ago.
retired at 55 as a millionaire. So didn't get his first job till he was 35. he worked crazy hard. I think Larry, assuming that that he's in a good spot because he's selling cars primarily to people who buy Jeeps. So that's a good,
over and over.
if he can build himself a good reputation. Actually, Larry, I belong to the Florida Jeep Girls Club, and we should talk. And also, you should get yourself some ducks to promote. We'll talk because I know a lot of people in the Jeep community.
The Jeep community,
it's a thing. It's a cult, really. We have our own little.
We give them a name so we can hate them. It's like another group that. No, man.
Donna says keeps freezing up all night. Good night. Sorry about that, Donna. I don't know if it's on. If anybody else is having that problem, if you could let us know, we would appreciate it. Because we have 4 bars, so
we should be good.
I don't know.
And
I'm not recording on my screen, so y'all. I got actually this is a really good question. I'm gonna see if Apple will give me credit for my laptop.
It's got a big chunk out of it.
It's got a chunk like this big missing out of the monitor down here.
But it's not on the looky part.
It's not on the screen at all.
The looky part.
It's not on the screen at all, and you might be able to replace it, you might not. But I have a MacBook Air, and it's the upgraded one. It's the, let's see, about this.
There's some strange noise, screams in the night.
So this is the 13-inch 2019 MacBook Air 1.6 gigahertz i15 core Intel graphics, 15.36 megabytes, 8 gigabytes, 2133 megahertz, whatever the fuck that means. It was expensive. It was like $1,700. I'm going to see if Apple will give me anything for it. If you guys will match it, or I'm happy to give it to somebody for what I'll get it for it from Apple. It's a perfectly good computer. It's just not meeting my needs right now. So it would be good for anybody who's not live streaming a fucking podcast. And trying to run 12 programs at once. Like, it would be good for anybody but me, basically. But it would be good for a student, schoolwork, or normal user. Anyway, I'll either sell it to you for what Apple will give me for it, or if Apple won't give me anything for it, I'll just give it to you. So let me know if you know anybody who needs a computer. We'll figure something out. And I would like $350, but that would be nice. Well, that would be helpful because it's going to cost me a fucking fortune to buy a laptop. Well, Donna said, okay, we went through all the comments. Yeah, my computer is so fucking
You didn't say
slow.
Larry's got a box of ducks. He's all good. He doesn't need you.
He does have a box of ducks.
He doesn't need you, bitch.
I didn't even see that. Where the fuck is my duck, Larry?
Oh.
Wow. Anyway, let us know when you're coming on the podcast. Listen, we're gone.
We got to go up and see him.
So we have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week available for podcast night if you want to do it. And then after that, we have every day of the week. The week after, every day of the week is available. And then the week after that,
he's working 2 jobs. He's not driving all the way over here. Be on the show.
Well, he has a choice. I still need to reach out to Tito to schedule.
I think we should do a live from the dealership.
I don't know how the dealership would feel about that.
Well, let's see.
We could.
Well, we could make it like a bunch of Jeep followers, all this stuff.
We do need to start. If you could get the website done, that would be great.
Sure, in my spare time, after
just throw a placeholder.
When I'm not watching porn. I'm kidding. I don't know.
What your spare time? How many t-shirts did you get done today?
Probably 1.
Oh geez. It's slow going. What do we have here?
Larry says, I did behind, but I grew up late after and he's still typing.
I don't even know what that says, but that's okay. So it is 9:04. Oh, so we're not, I thought I thought it was, sometimes I think I'm talking for so long.
Well, you were talking for
I want to tell you about these eagles and these eggs.
Eagles and the eggs.
So Larry, I have complete faith in you that you are going to just do amazing things. And I think that there's going to be some sort of business with you and your sons together. I think you're going to do some entrepreneurial shit and instill that in your kids and let them make their own destinies and never count on anybody else. And also, my grandfather was a truck driver. I know we mentioned it to you before, but he was.
Wait, what if Larry's your grandfather?
I loved
reincarnated.
Him. Oh, that would be interesting. My father would not be happy about that because he's kind of racist. I don't know if he I don't think he wouldn't. Here's the thing. Like my dad, I don't know that he was so much a racist, so much as he was like like separatist. Like he wanted me to date a Portuguese boy, right?
Kind of racist.
But he wanted me to date somebody from our own.
What if you dated a black guy? Would he have freaked out?
I think he wasn't happy with anyone I dated that wasn't Portuguese. Like,
okay.
So that's really kind of the thing.
That's, I mean,
but I don't think that he particularly would have.
Specific.
And I actually remember discussing this with my dad once, and it's something I can understand. I'd love to hear Larry weigh in on because you've been in the situation. And it was a different time. But my dad said, it's really hard on the kids coming, and this would have been, around the time Larry was coming up, coming from mixed backgrounds. I still think it's hard for kids today to come from mixed backgrounds. You're torn kind of between two worlds, and that sucks. I want everybody to be in the same world. I want everyone to be in my little world, and I'm going to be in charge. It's going to be a nice little cult. He said, after my vacation, one job, and yes, tell me a day I'm there. Dude, you tell us.
Oh, so he's back to one job. Okay, so
he's back to one job. Sorry, I did start behind the 8 ball because I didn't grow up and start understanding life until I came home from my vacation. Wink, wink. That's okay. We actually have more than a few friends than that exact position. She said, I started my family at 35. And he said, thanks for trying hard.
Nice.
I sold 3 cars so far. Go, Larry. Nice, get
Larry.
It. I think
Larry's going to show up.
So it really depends on what the incentives are. So different vehicles will have different incentives on them. So he could get like sometimes they'll be like, okay, here's your commission on this deal. Maybe it's $1,000, and then there's a bump on it for another $1,000.
And sometimes the used cars will have better.
A lot of times, unless there's a promo going, the used cars are better return for the salesman than not.
Larry's going to change on us. He's going to get all bougie. He's going to show up like suit. Wearing a big
my God, Larry.
Big pinky ring.
Okay,
like
first of all,
boss.
it's Florida, so if you wear a suit, you're gonna look ridiculous. But
sweating through that thing.
Doug ordered this suit off of Amazon.
The suit is good.
It was like $69 or some shit like that.
It looked like Steve Harvey.
Fucking purple. Suit. It's amazing. It comes in like 20 colors. If you need a suit, I'll give you the link. It's cheap as shit too. Oh my God, I want you and Larry to go out in matching purple suits.
No, I think we should go out in like opposite suits.
Larry, do you have any musical talent? Because I feel like we need to get like you and like a bunch of random dudes from the Southwest Florida area and get you the matching purple suits.
And we'll get some moves going, like
get
the temps and the tops.
You could be the
we could probably make a fortune doing that.
The old dudes of I don't know. Would you guys sing Dick in a Box? I would love to see you and Larry.
I don't think about,
oh my God.
I'm sure Larry doesn't either. I don't think we think about dick 24 hours a day. Like
here's what I want. Here's what I want.
No, I don't.
All I want for Christmas.
No.
All I want for Christmas.
Yeah. Is Larry to sing Dick in the Box?
A group of the following people to serenade me with Dick in the Box. You, of course.
Okay.
Because you're so sexy.
Oh yeah, I really am.
Okay. And Larry
for a corpse.
Larry, obviously.
I don't think Larry's wife wants him coming over here singing Dick in the Box.
He can sing Dick in the Box to her too. George can be in the Dick in the Box.
George is also
Todd Alvey, Huddy.
Okay. I don't know where you're going with this, but it's silly.
I like silly, and I want you guys all to say, and somebody like really old. Oh, Joe from the Publix parking lot. You all sing Dick in the Box to me and dance around, and I would love that. That would make me so happy.
So
can I have that for Christmas?
Larry says, yes, you're right. And he says never. So I'm hoping he's saying never to being bougie because I don't think Larry can.
Well, I'm hoping
I think
his
Larry's
wife would not allow him to
sing
sing Dick in the Box for us, which is really making me sad.
I don't know.
I've had no one ever sing Dick in a Box to me.
That's a tragedy.
My life is hard.
He's got a pink suit. So do I. It's called nude.
His skin. It's called
my
his flesh. The man is pink and gray from head to toe. I would love to see that. I bet you look amazing. That's right. He and I talked about that. He liked to get dressed up and go out.
Yeah, I always like to get all dressed up.
I do not.
I want to get that purple suit though. That's like something like Morris Day would wear. Like that.
Oh
suit
shit! I'm a little bit behind, but this is a day late. Yesterday I talked to, or is it yesterday or today? I reached out to Apple Care. This is fucking crazy. So we don't really do Christmas so much. We'll buy for the kids and the kids on the street, but that's it. And Zach. And, so, we don't even do anything for each other. But there's certain things that we need or that we want, for the house or whatever that may or may not go on sale for Black Friday. Right. So we're watching the sales to see what goes on sale. And so, P.S. really good deals on power tools at Home Depot. I actually sent Zach a shitload of links because it was crazy. And in any case, we certain items we need. We're trying to get the best Black Friday deals. So I'm like, well, I need a fucking laptop and I need AirPods. One of my AirPods disappeared in Massachusetts. We thought we had a solution. We did not. I bought a new pair. They kept falling out of my ears. We returned those. Now I really need a fucking pair. So, and Doug will use them when he's on calls or doing recording because he likes to test things out on different speakers.
I'm a man of the people.
Yes, he is. And he's almost going to be done with that album one of these days.
Getting close.
End of December?
Yeah, well, sure. I just need time to do it.
Well, you have a little extra time right now. Except for the fact that we're going away on vacation.
And that I do a podcast most nights of the week.
Okay, well, you don't have to. And my skin feels so soft.
Oh, it feels, yes, this is great. Thank you. You're very high.
I just wanted you to feel my soft skin.
Well, in the middle of a podcast with hundreds of people watching.
4 people watching.
Well, they're watching now.
That's
then they're going away, and then
do you guys think like if people knew about this podcast that they would watch it? Like, is our problem that nobody knows about it,
or is it just
is
the
it
content
problem that it just sucks,
or is it that you got to know us to think we're even remotely entertaining?
Or like you have to have. It was at the time. I think that we should start later. I think when we start at 9:00, we do way better than when we start at 8:00.
Daddy needs his sleep. I am 9:00 starting this nonsense at 9:00.
I think 9:00. People see there's more people because people who have kids can't be on at 8.
Well, they shouldn't have had kids. Where are your priorities?
We
people?
had kids. Look at how that turned out.
Yeah.
I like to touch your cock charms.
Well, that's
nice. That feels sexy.
Nice.
Okay. So I want to tell you a story about
a man named Jed.
So anyway, Helena from Apple. So she was my customer service person, and I was like trying to figure out what. So we bought Doug a laptop this year, and that's actually what we're recording on. And we only use the audio from the computer for the audio and the camera from the computer for recording the podcast. And so like, we know it's not like pristine quality, but it's not bad. Right. To the point where one of Doug's friends called the other day and was like, dude, what are you guys using? Cause I have a podcast and it's not coming out like that. And he's like, there's a clump of pool lights over here and, the pool's on and that's about it.
The porch light.
Every light we could possibly find. Sometimes we bring in a light from outside. Like if these light bulbs were hung up, we would have a lamp from outside here, but this is kind of working. So anyway, I was going to try to get that laptop. Didn't even sell it anymore. You can either buy it refurbed or see if a store has like a leftover one. So then what?
I don't know
Douglas.
I don't know where you were.
So Helena from Apple was super helpful, but here's the problem. They have this big promo going for Black Friday where you buy a MacBook Air, an Apple Watch, an iPad, or AirPods, and you get a gift card for like up to $200. You know the only thing it doesn't apply to? The fucking MacBook Pro. So now I don't know what to do.
That's how they get you.
He said, I got you basketball. So what does that mean?
Larry says he is the brother with no musical talent, which is maybe they gave it to me.
I also have no musical talent.
He got you on the basketball side though.
Ooh, I played basketball in middle school.
She did. She was center. And
I played all 3 positions.
All 3 positions. Which is really like, there's like 4 positions.
Freshman year, I was a point guard. Sorry, 6th grade I was a point guard. 7th grade I was a forward. 8th grade I was a center.
When you blossomed, they put you up front.
I shot up. I was the tallest.
And then he says, "Yes, it's great." And he says, "We just need to promote." Oh, that's very good. Maybe we once you learn all the tricks of the sales trade at your dealership, maybe we put you to work. Who's gonna say no to Larry? Seriously.
Yeah, I couldn't say no, Larry.
Like Larry seems so cool that like I want what he has, right? Like
he has a really great energy.
He's like, yeah, we have this 2023 Hellcat Charger. Really? It's pretty cool. It's got a Hellcat engine. It's I want it. It's also like $92,000. No, it's Larry. You said it was good. I want it. That's basically how Larry's I don't know what it is. But he's got just really good energy, and that's like the best compliment I can give anybody is that they have good energy. Larry has the best energy ever. Bad energy? Hitler had bad energy. He's like, he's yelling. It's bad energy.
And I would like to talk to you at some point. I would like to talk to you a little bit about your vacation at some point because I have had
because she's nosy as F.
I am, but I'm fascinated by it.
No. But yeah, I mean, you're you help people left and right. So you like.
I do,
Yeah.
and I try to use the experience. So people come to me all the time with their problems or their struggles or whatever, and like even total strangers. And
you get paid for that? No, you don't.
We haven't even gotten to that part of the day yet. The total stranger today. This might be my best bit ever. What was I saying?
I said Hitler had bad energy, and you said
that you have really great energy, and that's like the kind of people that we want to be surrounded by.
Okay, so get back to the Apple lady.
So no, she helped me and she was super nice, and she kept saying that I was super nice and that I'm making her cry because nobody's ever nice, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, you should drink on the job. Customers are the worst.
You're so fake.
And so anyway, no, I was genuine because I worked retail. Listen,
yeah, you just gotta be nice.
Be nice to retail workers this Christmas. Be nice to everyone all the fucking time, but especially be kind to retail workers at Christmas. Like people are so abusive to them. You have no idea. They're human beings. They're human beings. Let's treat everyone.
Yeah, let's treat everybody like human beings.
Fuck spending a bunch of money on fucking Chinese crap that's going to end up in a fucking landfill.
Said
and
the lady
wrapping paper
trying to buy a
and
MacBook.
Trees and new outfits and the whole mishigas. Just be fucking nice to people. That's what you do.
Start there, and then everything else.
Just be nice.
The rest of your day will
just be nice. And by the way, don't go broke buying gifts for people.
Yeah, get them cheap shit.
Get together. Just get together.
Let's
get together one night and make Christmas cookies. Let's get together one night and like
somebody bring me
gingerbread houses.
Cookies. I'm down with that.
Like I would rather have that than any gift you could give me. Like, oh my god.
But don't bring me gross stuff. I want good stuff.
We used to make homemade fudge. One year we made homemade wine.
I'm not you made homemade. What do you just stomp grapes like a loose little ball?
Noel and I made it. Noel and I made it was this mulled wine that you would have. And it was really good. It was like almost like it tasted like kind of like
bad.
It kind of like cranberry sauce and apple cider with a lot of cinnamon.
Sorry,
yes, like cranberry sauce gone bad. Yes,
I said applesauce that went bad. That's good comedy right there.
No, but it was really good. It was like
that's fantastic. So I think I like homemade thing that I appreciate it. And it's funny. I was thinking about how when I was younger I probably didn't appreciate the effort that went into stuff like that. Whereas now I do, and it's like I think it's. You don't like these people got to shop for stuff and take it home and make it or whatever. Even just in like meals, like just simple meals, things like that. Like I didn't have any. Yeah, I know how to make meals, but like I just have a much bigger appreciation for it now. So I was probably when I was younger, I was probably not so nice to be around. I was probably a gimme. Larry says, love y'all, and we love you too, Larry, and can't wait to be with y'all. I can't really say y'all because I am just either too white or too from the north. So I don't. Although I did live in Texas when I was 3. So what are you gonna do? Maybe I can.
What that drink was called? I wish I could remember it or find it, but it was basically you took cinnamon.
You made homemade alcohol.
Yeah.
My wife is a redneck.
With my 5-year-old. No, she was
5-year-old.
She was like 7.
7. Oh, that's 7. Just as good.
It was like
my
7,
wife
and
and
she
her
was
7-year-old.
helping me siphon it. So you had to like slowly simmer it, not enough to get the alcohol off in spices. And then there was like another alcohol in there. It was quite potent, like really potent. And so she was doing the siphon. And so at one point.
So wait. You and your 7-year-old daughter are doing funnel shots.
Yeah, but so this is the funny thing
off the stove.
We're doing this, and people walked in the middle of this, and she got excited as they came in, and I got covered from head to toe in hot wine. I was drunk off my ass. I hadn't drank a thing. It was so funny. I totally forgot about that.
It sounds like a story from the Rolling Stones 1974 tour.
I'm telling you, if you know anybody who's a TV producer, like the story of my life would be the most ridiculous fucking show. The cast of characters alone.
There's people that have commented on this podcast whose lives could easily be a show as well. So.
Oh yeah, at least 3.
I'm talking about you, Donna.
Donna, I think Larry could be a show. He's like one day he's dressed like a pimp, the next day he's cleaning a pool. Then before you know it, he's selling 3 Jeeps. Like you never know what's gonna come out of Larry. George
did some crazy stuff. George is good.
I think it's just something like I think it's in your mouth because when
we're
talking,
maybe
yeah, I'm sorry, I love you, but please don't breathe your Slim
Oh,
Jim.
you know what it is? I had sauerkraut I had sauerkraut with dinner. It was good. Sauerkraut. You know what it is?
Wonderful.
It's German for cabbage.
I do want to tell you about this what do you call it? Eagle thing. Okay.
Okay, here comes the
So,
eagle thing, and then we're gonna go.
The eagles. I might have one more thing. The eagles are like father, baby daddy, mommy daddy, but like they're taking turns watching the egg.
Well, I don't think you need to say baby. You could just say
Eaglet?
mommy and daddy.
I'm having a hard time. Cut me some fucking slack.
We just show respect to the eagles. They're not mommy daddy eagle.
Oh my god.
Okay,
You
go
don't
ahead.
know what they call themselves. Don't assume their
You know what
identity.
they call this? Cock.
You just called him a cock? That's rude.
It was squawk.
He said cock.
Tell your goddamn eagle story.
Okay, so the eagle, the he's like swooping in, and she's like, "You got it," and he's like, "Yup," and she, whoop, and he crashes into the fucking nest and breaks one of the eggs, and he's like, "Oh."
Nice
By the
going,
way,
Dad.
there's a video of this, and the way it's narrated is hilarious, and the guy, like, you get so invested in it, and the guy's like, "Oh my god, she's gonna fucking kill me," and then he's, and by the way, this is what the narrator's saying, and so then he's like. And he eats the fucking thing. He's like, well, it doesn't taste that bad. I got to get rid of the evidence.
It's the
Maybe she'll
perfect
be
thing.
Alzheimer's.
Either that or you nose it out of the nest, so it's
he
never
did.
never
He
happened.
fucking ate the whole fucking thing, and then he hides the shell underneath the bed, and then the mother comes back and is like, brings him a fish and is like, and he basically tries to convince her that she has Alzheimer's and like she's losing her mind, her little eagle mind.
The dad eagle's like,
So
I don't know what
that's something I learned today.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious.
was
as
here
to
a
if she
second
ever-
ago.
I'm curious to figure out if he ever got it. What happened with the eagles, but they don't really tell you much.
So
These TikToks are not very long.
there was, and
The Chinese are trying to brainwash us with these videos about eagles eating eggs.
big fake, deep fake. I will say this, and anybody who knows me, my whole sense of humor was formed by Bugs Bunny cartoons. There's a Bugs Bunny cartoon where Daffy Duck's wife, who has a battle axe, told him to sit on the egg, and so he's sitting on the egg, and he got up to like change a TV channel or something. Egg rolls down the hill into another nest.
Uh-oh.
So he goes down.
Oh my God, I remember
There's
this.
like 50 eggs there, and he's like, "Oh, what the hell am I gonna do?" So he just grabs whatever egg, goes back to the thing. Well, it turns out it was an alligator nest, and the dad alligator saw him taking one of the eggs and thought he was just taking an egg to be an asshole. And so the whole thing was that the alligator and Daffy are like, he goes back, tries to get the egg, and hits Daffy on the head, all this stuff, and absolutely hysterical. And in one scene, Daffy goes into the pond to try and find the alligator, and he sees these two eyes pop up, and he's got a big club, and he whacks where the eyes are, and he whacks it. Then he lifts it up, and it's a frog with a surrender flag. He thought it was the alligator, it was a frog. He beat the crap out of the frog, anyway. So long story short, spoiler alert, Daffy gets an egg, goes back to the house, sits on it, egg hatches, and it's an alligator, and they have to raise it as their own.
That's nice.
And then they show the alligator swimming by with like the little alligators, and then there's like a little black duck at the end of the alligator, and they're like, "Oh, he's ugly, but he's ours." So it was actually a story of tolerance. So you can learn a lot from Daffy Duck cartoons.
Point of note, on an unrelated note, I did in my customer review tell Apple that they should give Helena a raise.
I think they should give me free shit
Yeah, that would be nice.
for using Apple since
I just can't believe
1985.
they're not giving you the fucking discount on the fucking MacBooks. On everything else, though. Okay, well, we can talk about the Laurel's latex panties tomorrow, but perhaps get yourself a pair in the meantime. And I would like for you to just do one small favor for me. Larry says, sorry, I had to step away. I'll watch the whole show
Inexcusable,
later.
Larry.
No worries, man. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? When you have Larry? Tuesday?
We'll figure it out.
We'll see you next Tuesday. You know what that means? Cunt. It means cunt. Yeah.
It's not nice.
So shit. Can you just send me an email with your cell phone? Or DM it to me. My email for the podcast is maritalhate@gmail.com. Just shoot us an email.
That's easy.
And anybody you want to email us?
Yeah,
You have something you
email
want to
us
share with
something.
the show?
Yeah,
Maybe you
or not.
want us to put it on the show, but you want to be anonymous.
You don't
That's
like
cool.
us? Don't email us.
Yeah, you
It's
no,
that
you
simple.
can email us if you don't like us. Oh fuck! I didn't talk about what happened to me today. I had one thing I really wanted to do, but we'll do it another day.
Okay. What was it?
I need you to provide me a reference as a wife in case you die, because I'm gonna need to marry.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna need to marry.
You know, if I die, I have to. There's Hispanic singing coming from a few houses down, over that house, over
It's
the
like
canal,
karaoke or something.
over there. I don't know if
it's like we're at the monkey bar again.
With the monkey bar. Yeah, no, it's all good.
So I do want to share this because I've been meaning to share this all day.
What is this?
The fucking the text thread. I got this text this afternoon.
You saved this for last?
I just totally
This is
forgot about it.
fantastic.
Hey Tom, can you go cycling tomorrow? I don't know if you're aware of this, but my name is not Tom. Also, point of note, I hate cyclists. I said, I would love to go cycling, but my name is not Tom, LOL. When you say cycling, do you mean like the people on the bike path or the assholes with the Speedos who ride in the middle of the road with no consideration for anyone else? Because those people suck. Fuck them.
It's not nice. You're talking to a perfect stranger.
She said, sorry, my assistant entered the wrong number and mistook you for my friend Tom. I said, are you one of them? Please say no. She doesn't answer. Nice to meet you. My name is Annie. I'm from Singapore. I live in Los Angeles. I'm 36 years old. What about you? 47. I live in Cape Coral from Massachusetts. I have a podcast called Marital Hate on YouTube. I'll be talking about this tonight when we're live at 8 East Coast time. It's this is actually a great ad for the podcast. If we did swipe on TikTok, that would be a fucking fantastic ad for the podcast. I'll be talking with this tonight when we're live at 8. I won't share your information or anything, but I'm dying to know, are you one of them? And if so, why do cyclists hog the road? Peloton seems a lot more considerate, although their CIO is an anti-free speech democracy tyrant. I guess what I'm saying is I really don't want to run over a cyclist. If you're one of them, quote, can you please tell your little friends to try to ride more safely? I don't want to kill anyone. I actually like people. Plus, I don't want my Jeep any more haunted than it is. By the way, 2 dogs have died in my Jeep. It's not good. It's 2 dogs. And let me explain.
She's had the Jeep for 10 years. So that's like every 5 years a dog dies in it.
1 died in the trunk. 1 died in the second row. I need 1 to drive. I am so sorry. My dog got hit by a car. We rushed it to the hospital and died in the car on the way to the hospital.
Good times.
My friend Charlie's dog had to get put to sleep. It's a massive dog. So rather than load the dog in and out of the car, they killed the dog in my Jeep. The Jeep has dead dogs all over it.
It's haunted. It's dog haunted. And so that's the girl?
So this is the girl. She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
But I'm starting to think that this is fake for some reasons. I don't know why, but it seems sketch.
Yeah, it does seem a little sketchy.
Well, wait. It gets even crazier because
she introduced herself and you're just saying crazy shit about cycling.
This is who she claims to be.
You have no authorization to show who she is on our podcast.
She texted me.
Oh.
I didn't, whatever. She said, you're very interesting. So what should I call you? I said, oh my God, girl, you're gorgeous. Oh, sorry, Stacy. Stacy, nice to meet you. What do you do? I sent a picture of Doug and I. I said, me and my husband, Doug, I used to run U.S. business development for a couple of foreign tech companies in the SaaS space. Then I got sick, trying to stay healthy is a goal now. Try to help as many people as I can. And I have a super inappropriate podcast. You guys are familiar with that. And, we have 6 grown kids. We own a branding agency. Here, creative. And for creative inquiries, email creativegear@gmail.com and check out douglasgear.com. Although you haven't updated the work that you've been doing this year.
No, nothing.
You need to do that. He hasn't had time. And then he does now. I work although you just picked up 2 new clients, right?
Potentially, yeah.
I work as an executive in my aunt's financial company and I help manage the company. Dear Stacy, I'm very fond of traveling. I've traveled to dozens of countries, and each country has given me my many experiences. I hope you recover soon and come to Los Angeles to play together.
This is such a scam.
Dear Stacy, hey, here is my work phone number, which is used for office. Please add me on Telegram. We can be best friends and share each other's interesting life. I said that would be cool. She sent another picture, by the way. I don't know what it means, but it's a picture. That would be cool. I'll have to set up a Telegram. Middle of a massage. Check out the podcast. I was massaging me with a Theragun from head to toe. It was amazing.
That's very.
I almost
that's
started
such a scam.
I was almost making sex noises, but the guy came back from the DMV finally. Didn't you add me, dear?
Yeah,
dear,
starting to get
dear.
A little,
I'll have to create one. We'll be a little bit massage, and she did call me twice text me twice during the massage, and then I had like back-to-back phone calls. Donna called me. You came in. You had stuff going on. We had to play cribbage. That's important. And she said, "Okay, I'll wait for you to share something interesting with you. I remember there is a method that can have great help to your health, honey. It can help you recover." All I could think of was in a nail salon. Oh, honey, I can help you recover.
That is racist.
But that's what I think of.
Racist.
She says, "Dear Stacy, have you finished your massage?" Sorry, back-to-back calls, Willie's app. Okay, how long do you need, dear? Couldn't tell you, back-to-back meetings. Okay, you can finish adding me. I know a way to recover your health. I suggest you try it. You have WhatsApp. So anyway, I made a friend from Singapore, and she's going to help me with my health. So I'm very excited about that.
Well,
I still don't know if she's a cyclist or not, but I think that.
But that's kind of brilliant, because if you just start sending to everybody, Tom, are we on for cycling tomorrow? A lot of people are going to reply, "Hey, I'm not Tom. Hey, who is this? Whatever." And
oh
then
my
you have
God, you're right. It's a scam.
So, unlike the time somebody sent me one, this is such and such a salon in Wellesley, I think it was, or something like that. It was like Beth has an appointment.
I just got scammed.
And so I write back, Beth died. And that was hysterical.
Beth did not die.
So yeah, you got scammed. You thought it was a real person. But yes.
Somebody's washing clothes with dryer sheets. I can smell them.
All right. Well, why don't you get her to send some naked pics, and then we'll be in business.
She could be like a sex trafficked person or something. I don't want to get involved with that. She looks very young.
Yeah.
She's 35.
But she has an assistant.
There's no way that bitch is 35.
She has an assistant.
There's no way she's 35. I want my lips to look like that. She's so fucking airbrushed. That's like an AI person. Side note, I did inquire with Charlie as to whether he thought, because I thought, who do I know that might have a porn addiction? First person I thought it was Charlie. Why won't she go away? Go away, lady.
Click the button.
I'm clicking the button. I'm telling you, you need a new computer. It's slow as shit. He said, would you say you're addicted to porn? He said, no, but I would like to hear your definition of addicted to porn. And I said, are you unable to reach sexual arousal without it? And he said, yeah, I can get hard without watching it. I can just use the memory of different encounters instead. Why?
Well, wait a minute. Addiction isn't whether it causes arousal for him, but addiction is if he can go without it for a period of time without having the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, but shouldn't you be turned on by the moment that you're in?
Technically, but if he's by himself, there's really no moment to be in, if you're thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you think about yourself when you masturbate?
Huh?
Don't you think about yourself when you masturbate?
No, I think about Lou Gehrig.
You don't think about Lou Gehrig. You think about Josh Allen, but not lately. You and Joshy are in a fight.
You know what I don't think about?
What?
Is a stupid podcast.
Why
going off the rails.
Podcast stupid.
I'm sorry. Well, first of all, you brought that fruit strip that you're eating out for me to enjoy.
Well, you snooze.
I snoozed and I loosed.
I'm just trying to make your life easier.
What? So you're gonna pre-digest that for me?
I'm chewing it up. I'm gonna spit it in your mouth.
Like a baby bird, like that eagle. Like that eagle.
He did that. He spit a shot in my mouth once like a baby bird.
I did.
In the Target parking lot. We are so white
We were in
trash.
the Target parking lot doing shots. I don't remember that, but that's pretty That's pretty redneck of us.
We do have fun.
I did figure out something that I want to do. Like, you know how like people like they die and stuff, and they have leave money to this fund or that fund.
Mm-hmm.
I really had a fun. Like I would want would like it to go to like Strummerville charities because they promote music and things like
that. Give
that.
it to Diane DeBarra O'Connor. O'Connor DeBarra, because she and her family are starting a Lyme foundation that helps Lyme patients pay for whatever treatment it is.
Well, you know that we'll talk with her foundation. But right now, I'm thinking about having people in my name leave money to Turtle Survival Rescue.
Where are they going?
Well, that's not Turtles. It's a turtle place, but Turtle Survival Rescue is a non-for-profit that helps injured turtles and endangered turtles and things of that nature. So I just thought that might be. She's out of drink. I got to go run and do drinks.
We have to do gratitude first.
Gratitude. I'm grateful that I have somebody to get a drink for. I'm grateful I'm not addicted to porn. I'm grateful that I had a great conversation with an old coworker today. Was a lot of fun.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Eddie Solomon. Was a classmate of mine in junior high and high school. Always sad to see somebody from that class go. I'm not grateful for that, but this is the grateful portion of our show.
I will say this.
Oh.
There's really one thing that made me sad about that.
What was that?
He had this incredibly lengthy list of life accomplishments, but it just, I felt like if that was all his life was.
Well, they were like work accomplishments. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying though. Like for me, like don't fucking highlight my work accomplishments. Fuck that. I don't give a shit about that. And like your like work accomplishments, like now you get some recognition. Like you should have given me a raise, motherfuckers. Well, should have given me more vacation time.
On one of my last
accolades. On my last now I'm dead. Now you give a fuck about me.
On the last review I ever got, I got to meet expectations.
And then you lost your job.
I lost my job.
I fire you from your job when you meet expectations.
No, but it wasn't. It had no. Well, I got fired by a guy who didn't know me and didn't know what I did. So I was like, oh.
He got fired shortly thereafter.
And then he got fired. Little thing. But yeah, I mean, those aren't really being fired because you're not performing well. You're just fired because they need to cut salaries.
Just remember that to a corporation, you are a number, a necessary evil.
No, you're just a number. And then we'll take advantage of
you. No, a necessary evil.
What is a necessary evil? Is something that
they need you to operate, and so you're a necessary evil. They find you to be evil, but you're necessary.
They find me evil?
Like yeah, because they don't want to pay for you. They don't want to pay your benefits. They don't want to pay your salary. They don't want to pay when they owe you $25,000. They just don't want to fucking pay.
Did you know that there's like an actual procedure for offboarding that they? Well, I'm sure everybody knows this, but there's an actual procedure that for offboarding that happens like a month in advance of them telling you that you're losing your job, which is great. Oh, there's a name for that, like there's a procedure for that, and I know whatever. It just seems like it's like as if it were like, okay, we're gonna have a fire drill, like there's a fire drill, and then there was gonna be like
procedure for it.
We're gonna get rid of somebody.
It's heartless.
Put them into
can I just say this?
Career turmoil and cause them financial hardship for their entire family.
Can I say this?
It's offboarding.
Can I just say this?
Yes.
You're making the argument for my communal living. You're making the argument for hitting the road.
Hitting the road.
Being podcasters, rebels.
Well,
you guys.
If we got $1 for every viewer that we got, we'd have about $100.
Can you think of a way for us to get a free RV so that we could do the show from the road? We would do like a live 24-hour camp.
I have an idea how to get a free RV.
Oh.
Hop the fence at Camping World and hotwire one of those bad boys.
They already have my license on file.
Yeah, so they don't know it's me.
Well, how many
hopping over there in a
white...
ghillie? I'm gonna hop that fence in a ghillie suit and bust through like the Kool-Aid
Where
man.
would you even buy a ghillie suit?
Bass Pro Shop.
You don't even drive.
It's a Bass Pro Shop in Fort Myers.
You don't even drive.
I'm sure there's a closer place to buy a ghillie suit than
you probably buy one at the fucking Publix along with an AR-15. It's fucking ghillie suit aisle. I never even put my eyeliner on tonight.
No, we're sorry.
My eyes have been
all right, what are you grateful for? Because we want to get out of
here. I'm grateful our neighbors are having a good time. Yeah, I want everybody in the world to have a good time. I'm grateful for everybody that supports the podcast always. I'm grateful that our friend Larry sold another car. I'm pretty sure Ann and Elias are doing pretty good, so I'm excited about that. I'm glad that the OG, but I need to check on her. Ann, I'm thinking about you. I'm excited Donna's coming. I got to chat with her today. I'm glad that I remembered Gary. I'm glad George and the kids came by that. That was cool.
There you go.
I'm hoping that the kids will have us catch on with the Gen Y set. Perhaps they will tweet us and TikTok us.
You gotta watch these old people talk about porn.
Yeah, this is my dad's friend and his crazy fucking wife. She's better than the last one, but still kind of nuts. Boy, did you go opposites. Do you ever notice that people do that? Like when they like.
I don't think there's a better or there's just different.
But I think a lot of people will like after a bad relationship, or a relationship of any kind ends, obviously went south for a reason. I think a lot of times they'll gravitate towards someone that's the complete opposite of the person they were with.
You're the complete opposite of anybody I've ever met. So
you do.
So there you go.
And by the way, when I saw your picture, I thought you were just some other old douchebag.
Look at me.
Hello. He's just old.
Hello. Wait. I take myself in.
That's what he looked like in his car.
No, I had to take
in his Volvo.
Yeah, motherfucker. Swedish delight.
His whole identity.
It's a Swedish delight, my car.
Charlie says sponsorship is a good way to earn extra money for the podcast. Yeah, no telling me. Charlie, would you like to sponsor our podcast? Charlie, this
podcast is brought to you by 17 Acres in Middleborough.
I just need 100.
And the guy that lives in a dome.
Please, can I have $100,000,
Charlie? What are you do with $100,000?
You can buy an RV with $100,000.
And then what?
And then we live in the
drive
RV.
To Charlie's house and park it next to
we'll go hang out with Charlie. Charlie and I.
It actually doesn't sound like a bad time.
Charlie, hear me out.
Except for the RV will be like 8 feet off the ground and Charlie will be like peeking in, standing on the ground.
Hear me out. Charlie.
He's 8 feet tall.
Charlie, hear me out. Give me $100,000 for an RV. You get yourself a truck.
And what does Charlie get out of it?
Fun and adventure. And we're going to drive all over the place and go to adventures.
You're going to do donuts in his lawn with your brand new $100,000 RV and ruin his land.
And Charlie on a dog on an adventure across the country, which is nice because we get to have a dog, but we're not responsible for the dog. And we get to have Charlie to keep me entertained when you want me to shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that.
Well, here's the thing.
And
I think a road trip with Charlie would be a blast.
It would be amazing, but let me state this.
I think a road trip with the two of you
we'll kill each other. But I would like to say this. You never have to worry about me having sex with Charlie. Ever. There's never a worry about that. I'm afraid of his penis.
He's like your brother.
He might. Yeah, sure. You think my brother's hung like Charlie?
No, he's done.
I have a brother. I've never met him. I've been trying to find him for a while. I can understand why he's been out of touch. In watching this podcast, he saw one night. He was like, can't be.
Took one look at you, and he ran through the fence, and there was a brother-shaped hole in the fence where he went. Yeah,
something like that.
Excellent. Say what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for Charlie. He's a good friend.
I still think it's a good idea, Charlie. $100,000. Really not much to ask for.
Don't give your hard-earned cash.
So explain to me about the porn addiction.
There was a whole thing. You got to rewind.
You got to rewatch the whole thing.
There was ladies
They're
on the
offended
internet
by porn. They think that their husbands are addicted to porn.
Like he watched porn, so he must be addicted.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It was dumb.
But people certainly can get addicted to porn or other things. But I just think that this group of hysterics needs to get some dick. Is what they need. They need some dick. They need. And I think that sex is an important part of a marriage. And I'm grateful for the sex that we have. I'm grateful for you touching me all over my body with the massager this afternoon. And if you would like to do that, I would like to grant you access to any of the 3 holes of your choice. If you just do that again, and maybe we could have some more chocolate torte with caramel sauce.
Ooh.
That was my idea the other night.
That was good.
We have this chocolate torte that we get sometimes from Publix. We just get like a little sliver of it. And it's basically a chocolate truffle. And so Doug made a caramel sauce.
Yeah, what you need to do is get yourself a cast iron pan.
Caramel sauce.
And then all you need is some butter and some butter and some brown sugar. Just leave it. It melts up. And then when it's all melted, you throw some milks in there. Some milks, and you stir it up until you get like a nice caramely situation, and drizzle it over whatever the hell you want. But be careful, it's hot.
Then he put whipped cream and 3 fresh raspberries.
Homemade whipped cream.
So good. We have
a flourless torte.
We have
from Publix.
We have only what do you call it?
Wait, so
we only have the cast iron, but what was I saying? Oh, we have one of those whipped cream guns. Everyone should have one. It's amazing.
Charlie says, that his camper only costs $40,000. Yeah, we're not talking about your low budget camper.
No.
We're talking about a Stacy.
You have a 5th wheel, And yes, we could get a fifth wheel for around $50K, but then we would need a truck to drive it, which you're looking at probably
$80K.
Probably 80 right now with the cost of truck. So what we would like is like a Tiffin, like a used
one that you drive.
A used Tiffin, was it the Wayfarer JW? I think it was. Something like that, like with a center Murphy bed and Mercedes chassis and a full bathroom.
Nothing extravagant.
So a used one would be about $100,000, and
Mercedes. Just
we would live in it full time, and we would like to pull a baby Jeep, so we would need to buy a Jeep, because my Jeep is too heavy to be pulled, and we would have to put some stuff in storage. But we would love to travel.
Hang on a second.
So my plan was to travel, buy a piece of land with all the money we've saved, and start building a community there.
Excellent.
So Charlie, if you want to bankroll me the $100,000 for the RV, I'll give you a free place of land.
Don't encourage her.
You could have a Florida property to stay on.
Charlie, I want to know if you fill your dome with helium, will you float around the town?
He might. He's very thin. He might. So, but here's the other thing.
What is that?
Then Charlie would have a place to stay here and a place to stay there, and we would maintain the electric and all that stuff, the electric and water at our site. And then we would both have a summer and a winter home. Oh, we would be with Charlie till the end of time. That would be fun. And if Charlie called it an investment in the podcast, it would be a tax deduction for him.
Look at that. He needs to talk to his legal department about this.
I'm just saying. I'm swindling you out of $100,000, buddy.
Listen, all right. She swindled me out of much more than that. She swindled me out of 10 years of my life and a Jeep.
And a lot of his sweet, sweet lovin'.
You swindled me out of that.
It's by sweet, sweet lovin', I mean bodily fluids.
It's worth a fortune on OnlyFans.
You have unvaccinated sperm. You're good to go. Anybody wants some? People are buying it. I wonder how the boys would feel about you going around and spreading your seed.
Not doing that.
And I'm not doing that just for the off chance that you get back to paying a small fortune in child support.
All right, enough. So you want to get a drivable RV? You know you need a special license. No, you don't.
No, not for a Class C. So
for the big rig, you probably do, like those big Freightliner looking.
I will send you the exact one I want, Charlie.
Charlie, we watch videos of this every day and watch.
We're obsessed.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's they're pretty cool. And
the Tiffin 2024 Wayfarer.
It doesn't mean anything to anybody. All right, we're going to bed. It's almost 10.
Can I show it real quick?
It's almost 10.
Can I show it?
Go ahead. Nothing better to do.
Well, what do you have? You can go if you want.
No. Charlie says 100%, 100K tax deduction. Well, it's not the 100K that's a tax deduction.
No, it's an investment in the podcast.
Yeah, the
podcast doesn't make any money, but it would be a complete write-off because you would have a business loss.
It's a losing.
You would have a business loss, but there's because you're investing in the economy.
Wait, do we have to make Charlie an officer in our company?
Yes, he can be the secretary, and you guys can play secretary and the boss. Although I think I've recently become your secretary.
I'm the boss.
Okay.
I'm born to run.
So this is the Tiffin Wayfarer. This is the interior. It's on a Mercedes chassis.
There we go.
I don't know if you guys are going to get this on your end, but
yeah, let's go. That's the galley
There's
area.
The kitchen. So it's got an induction burnt cooktop,
which
and then a nice big sink, and then all of the storage. It has the Truma Comfort water heater system, which means that you can turn your shower on and it'll tell you, okay, the water's hot enough to take a shower now.
It'll only start when you have hot water.
Yeah, and then you can just pause it in the middle of the shower. Like if you are boondocking, you want to do like a military shower where you just like wet yourself, stop, soap up, rinse off. So it has that. And believe it or not, it actually has a setup for a washer dryer here if you want it. Although I don't know if we would do that.
Is a televator where the television comes out of the countertop.
They've changed it for 2024. It's not the same one. Yeah, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, that.
So it's on the televator, and I believe it has a fireplace. And the cabinetry is more modern and more lightweight. Yeah, I think it has a fireplace down there. Not that I want a fireplace, but it's got like a little basket in the door. You've got your fire extinguisher ready to go. Your batteries are probably under those stairs. I don't really know. This is the one that we need, honey. This is it.
It's got a loft bed.
loft bed, so we could put one of the boys there if they wanted to come. And then here's the other thing. They're expensive as shit, but they sell a mattress that goes between these two seats. So you would turn them around and it would be a third bed. So both boys could come and go on some sort of crazy adventure with us. If I'm not mistaken, the bed can come down without the slide being in, but the only issue is that it's closer to a queen than it is a king.
Well,
and we've gotten,
I'll lose some weight.
A queen. We're both going to lose some weight. We're going to be doing active things, and it has a full fucking bathroom.
Go to the bathroom and show them. Can you click on that? Oh, look at this! It's like you're in it. You're like in the.
Well, let's take a peek at the kitchen real quick. So look at all that space, and you got MCD shades, which they have both daytime and room darkening. Oh, they have a nice pocket door, big round sink. Just the one induction burner. I think this is an all-electric coach, which is fantastic for boondocking. And I believe it comes standard with a 2,000-watt sign-in generator. So that your inverter, and they, I don't think it comes. It may or may not come with a generator. And of course, it's got your inverter microwave and your dual propane electric or inverter refrigerator.
I'm putting you to sell RVs from now on. I'm going to send you down the
That's
RV
where you put the washer dryer. Here's your full bathroom. I would say my only complaint about this model is that it's the chintzy door.
Yeah.
And the shower is a little on the smaller side compared to, say, that in the Airstream Atlas or the Leisure Travel Unity and Wonder.
Now, if you go look in the mirror, will it show you or will it just show the camera?
It should, because I have watched these videos so many fucking times that I could
look
sell
at that
them.
sink. It's like
It's
like
adorable.
the bowl sink.
Although I have to be honest with you, I would have done it the other way around, because you have your toilet here.
Yeah.
And so you have to walk between the toilet to put things down.
Yeah.
Whereas it's better to have it on the left.
Yep.
I think that they went wrong there. I don't know why they put that towel rack so high up. That seems crazy to me.
That's a little crazy.
Like that should be here.
It's at eye level.
Or over here. Or like put all of the, like if you're going to have a bunch of panels, put them all together. Have them all together so you have one area that doesn't look appealing. Maybe even put them behind a panel or some sort of decoration.
Tracy asks, how many feet is this? I think it's a 25 footer, maybe 25 feet and 2 inches, something like that.
So here you go. It's not huge, and you could pull a baby Jeep, not our Jeep, and it is available with an outdoor television.
Oh, look at that.
I honestly, for me, I would rather just have it fucking straight blacked out. But we would buy a used one.
Be hot in the sun though.
We would buy a used one. I would love to just do that instead of. Yeah, see, this is new. This is $200,000.
Oh.
But you know what? You sell it in a year, and if you take good care of it, especially if you put money into it, because we'd like to put solar into it and be able to do the whole solar thing. Charlie, I figured this out down to the letter, how to do it for free. It's craziness. Actually, let me read you the features and specs real quick.
Tracy said, well, welcome, Tracy.
Thanks, Trace.
She was asking if we're still live. They did a great job on that. Yeah, these are really nice. Even like there's one that's a little smaller than this that doesn't have the cab over and stuff like that we like a lot too.
So it has the 3.0 liter V6 turbo Mercedes diesel engine, which the only downside of is you also have to deal with the special depth fluid or whatever it's called.
And you can only get serviced at one of 300 Mercedes dealerships in the
country.
Although
Mercedes has really good service. There's a RV channel. I forget their names because it was the most boring videos I've ever watched in my fucking life. They're full timing in an RV. I forget what kind it was, but it's this B+C size, and they had a mechanical problem and they tow a baby Jeep, and they Mercedes paid for their hotel, offered them a car, the whole 9 yards. So nice. I mean, they charge you a fortune, but they're pretty good with the service. It comes with the quiet own diesel generator, which is great, and it has
it's whisper quiet
Systems Flex, the 6.7 kilowatt energy storage pack. Of course, they don't really talk about lithium ion batteries. You'd want to have at least 2 of the what are they fucking called again? Rugged Ready or something.
Oh, sounds like a Trojan product.
I have it written down somewhere.
And Tracy has written a paragraph. Go cheaper for the first one, or rent a few and live in it for a bit, and then you'll really know what you must have. This is what we did for a camper, and what a difference it made. Yeah,
that was actually part of the plan for Key West, but we got screwed out of a camper we were going to rent.
We can't even wear clothes at the resort. That's
our life is just crazy.
Yeah, it's messed up.
So it's 25.8 overall. It's 170-inch wheelbase, and it's 87 inches wide And it's got about 54 square cubic feet of storage in the basement, and it's about 164 square feet. So the hitch is rated for 5,000 pounds. 24-gallon fuel tank. DEF tank is 4.8. Fresh water is 30, which is probably enough to get you through about 10 days. No, 30 for the two of us. We're probably good for 10 gallons each a day.
Well, she's not the clean one.
Jesus, we have to cut down our water consumption.
I do like hot.
No, we're not good doing 10 gallons each a day. We drink a gallon.
I love hot.
5 gallons each a day. How much? Let's see. Google how much the average person uses. Is somebody's car alarm going off?
Something like well in the distance. I hope it's not my car. It's parked in the driveway.
Wow. 80 to 100 gallons of water per day.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Tracy, like my kind of comment. Yeah, it's funny how we find each other, the people with the same sense of humor. These are nice.
100 gallons of water a day. That's bonkers.
Yeah, it is true.
A full tub is 36 gallons. Well, here's part of your problem. 3 gallons per flush, 6 to 8 flushes per day, 18 to 24 gallons. I got to tell you, we're if it's yellow, let it mellow, people. We don't flush every time. Yeah. And then 10-minute showers times 2 gallons a minute. That's 20 gallons. So the shower is really not the problem. It's the 24 toilet swishes. Washing machine, 15 gallons a load. I got to tell you, I don't think I would put a washer in our camper. I think it takes up too much valuable space, and they don't tend to be terribly efficient. They use a lot of water. Not great for off-gridding. I'd rather use that space to store additional water, to be frank with you. And then they talk about a dishwasher, and then hygiene, 2.5 gallons, and 1 gallon of water, drinking water. So I'd say that we could probably get it down to, I don't know, 5 gallons a day per each, which means that we'd have.
As long as we got baby wipes, will be good.
So anyway, it's got a 12-gallon propane tank and a black tank, 28 gallons. So here's what we would do: is we would put in a Cinderella toilet, which, by the way, is expensive as shit, but totally worth it because you don't have to deal with the black tank at all. So we would eliminate the black tank and either put in an additional water tank. I'd love to figure out a way to get rid of the gray water legally without having to have the tank and just be able to carry water. Like you could literally have some sort of disbursement or evaporation system.
It's an evap situation. We got to wrap this up. We are thankful for Tiffin. We're thankful. Well, we've already gone our thankfulness.
Well, I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful that you tolerate me, even though I drive you crazy. And I'm thankful for all the things you did to help me today. I'm thankful for everybody that came to the podcast. I'm thankful that my Jeep seems to be coming back together by some miracle. I'm thankful that there's no more trees in the pool. I'm thankful that we are winning the lottery tonight, so we can make our RV dreams come true without Uncle Charlie coming in.
Then we don't have to take on the investor in the podcast.
We're calling Charlie Uncle Daddy.
But Uncle Daddy. He said something up here that he goes, technically he'd be a silent investor, but if he invests, he needs a vote on some of our content. Silent investor, that doesn't sound very silent to me, Archduke.
Are you still live? Yes, we are.
We got through some of those.
That is that thing is nice.
Yeah, we got through those.
How many feet is this? Oh, we got that.
We got through all those except for Archduke's last one.
They recommend not driving with a full water supply. It's actually really funny. If you're going to go to a boondocking site, you would need to do that. So you would fill with your water and then you would drive there. But you would want to fill up at the last available spot, obviously. That would be a lot. It'd be a lot of water.
It would be.
But normally you wouldn't have a full. You would have full black tank, full gray tank, but not a full water tank. So you would always only have one full tank.
Your black tank when you're traveling should be empty.
Yes, but my point is that if you leave, so say I'm boondocking, I start off with full water, right? And I have my other tanks are empty. I get to my site, I have used all of the water up, but now my black tank and my gray tank are full.
Right. Except for the gray water that you throw outside.
The winds do it. They have a watering can, and they would fill it into the watering can. They would just go water things. If you use hippy dippy products like we do, I can't see any reason why you couldn't.
It's all good.
And I don't plan on using chemicals.
I'm going to use Drano.
I want to know which chemicals the
Windex
Winds use for their gray tank.
I don't know. They
That'd
sell
be
all kinds of stuff. Anyways, all right. I'm done with this.
Love
nonsense.
you guys. We will see you.
Thank you for showing up.
Trace is thankful for the hot shower tonight, and I'm thankful for all of our stuff got delivered with very little damage. And I'm thankful for my bed most of all. We're so happy for you.
That's awesome,
guys. We'll see you on Monday. We love you very much, and thanks for putting up with us.
Have
Sorry we went so long.
a good week.